Go ahead and start with the introduction here. Our adventurers last left off in the kingdom of Brevlin. What was supposed to be a routine stop for food and rest turned out to be a disaster after Daikoth showed up yet again. After requesting and paying for a ship to Farscape and causing quite a mess in the Northeast District, our adventurers willingly surrendered their equipment and were bound in order to have an audience with the king, whom requested to see them. Thinking that the king was in their debt, they did not question this and suddenly found themselves in small cells within the kingdom's highest tower. Luck would have it that the prince just happened to be walking past their cells when the group spotted him. After a short conversation, the prince was then stabbed through the back and killed right before the group's eyes, and the true nature of the king revealed. Unbeknownst to the group, Daikoth had somehow possessed the king, and after taunting the group and their efforts, the king / Daikoth asked for his guards to remove Immoshen, Pythraxi, and Tala, and to secure the plans for Phase 3, whatever that means. What would you guys like to do?
So we're just stuck in our prison cell with nothing on them.
Yes, Immoshen, I rolled for, not Immoshen,
Taliandai.
Taliandai, I rolled for you, your Arcana. You notice some patterns that are inscribed along the walls here, and you know that there is an anti-magic field encasing your cell, which you would imagine would be all of the cells.
I actually won't have any issue with this. Can I take out my rapier and try to use sleight of hand to pick the lock of my cell?
Joltz, we're in a prison
All
cell.
our stuff is gone.
Yeah, you remember you gave up all of your stuff. So this is Brevlin. This is where you guys
Why
are.
would you have a rapier in a prison cell? Could you, I never saw the picture of the king. Could you revamp that up? I saw it on the main screen there. I just didn't get a chance to really look at it.
Yes.
Sexy motherfucker.
Yeah, just remember, he's elven. I know he looks human there, but he is actually elven.
So magic doesn't work, right?
No, it does not. You know for a fact that this is an I almost said anti-gravity. Anti-magic field, so.
Is there anything just beyond my cells at all, if I look through the bars?
Well, here, I wanted to show you Brevlin. Now I will show you a... I'm going to hide this area since Immoshen's not here.
This guy here, is he a guard?
No, that's the prince.
The dead prince.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Are his belongings still there?
Get rid of Thana. Yes, actually. He has a short sword at his side that is sheathed, and then these royal garments.
I have a plan. I'm going to attempt to, I want to attempt to take the short sword from the body.
Okay, so there's a set of bars here, and then there are a set of bars here.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do.
A hallway in between, so there's no way you're going to be able to reach him.
Are there bed legs?
There are. It is basically hay, a pile of hay with sheets thrown on it.
Well, it's kind of crazy, but I have a plan. I want to take the sheets, stuff them with hay, and then use that as basically kind of like mold it into a bit of a stick, reach it through the bars, and try to bring the short sword to me using that.
Just want to show you Immoshen. She would have been dragged out of this cell and then through these doors. So.
Yeah.
But anyways, so what now? I just wanted you guys to see where she was. So you're trying to throw.
I want to take the. I want to take the sheets. I want to take the sheets, fill them with hay, because hay's very stiff.
I gotcha.
So I want to use it and fill it up and mold it to like a stick-like shape, almost like a long shape, and then use the edge of it and reach out and try to drag the short sword close enough for me to reach with my hand.
Roll me a MacGyver check.
Sleight of hand?
Sure.
19.
Not bad.
Okay. Yes. So you fashion. This is going to take a minute or two to do. But
are there guards patrolling at all?
There are 2 at the door here. 1 here and 1 here. I forgot to.
Can I see them all?
Yeah, you guys will see them. I forgot to put the rest.
Well,
of the
if I
in here.
can't, right. Whatever our characters see, I assume, is what we see.
Exactly. But I'm putting torchlight in the room as we speak, so you'll probably.
Alright, I'm gonna give you a minute to let you do that well. So Ahiga is no stranger to bars and cells like this. He's not exactly. He's been to town drunk more than a few times.
Mm-hmm.
So he's thinking here. Where could he be? So once again, for instance, there's a haystack over here with a bunch of pillow sheets. There's no like desk, and I assume there's like a bucket for me to shit in or something, right?
Yeah, it's a little. It looks it's elven, so it's like even their shit pots are better made than. And it's like carved out, and there's this stone around it. Almost looks like a little mini well.
Nice. Okay, that's not bad. So I'm thinking here. So far it seems like all these elves are pretty corrupt.
Well, so far you've only seen the guards, and the guards are fully covered. Like you don't know what race they are.
Well, I wouldn't say they're. I wouldn't consider they were
so
corrupt.
far, can I assume they're all? I'm going to assume they're all corrupt.
The ones you've seen, you can assume are corrupt. Yes, no doubt. You can assume all of them, and you can do whatever your character would do.
Okay, so those are like any kind of, like bars or any kind of anything besides the cell door, any kind of metal, wood, anything I can take advantage of in here, like a cell window with like bars or.
Well,
like, is there a
cell
lantern
door
back
made
there?
out of like this very fine
Well,
cast of
so, like, that's
elven
why I'm
steel.
saying. So what
There
about
are
like
no
this?
windows.
So what about this light source right here in my room? I know
That is non-existence. They would not be dumb enough to give you a lit fire in your cell.
all right,
It's just
but
the map.
but there's no. And is there an actual drain here or anything?
Is there a what in there?
A drain, like what I'm saying.
No. Like this little poop hole here goes down about maybe 10 feet, and it's basically your porta potty. There's just it's piled with shit and piss, and it stinks.
But there's no like metal bars or anything. Like that.
Nope.
All right.
So, how many guards are there?
Right now, there appears to only be the 2 here at each entrance, and I'm gonna put them on the map here in a second. Two more took Immoshen out of the room, so there were 4. 2 of them have left with Immoshen, and then there's 2 left.
Are any of them the guards that talked to me about the loot?
No, in fact, none of the 4 were. They actually brought you in here, and then these other 4 guards took you, and then they left. So they don't even know what these other guards did to you. And these guards do look different than the guards that brought you in here. I'm sorry if I forgot to mention that. These guards seem to be wearing red, like a scarlet red armor.
I'm back.
And the ones that brought you in were dressed like your typical elven knight. Or guard, sorry, not knight.
Okay. Are we still bound?
Yes.
Ah, crappers.
All
Wait,
right.
how is Taliandai doing all that crap then?
That's a good point. Did you roll a sleight of hand to get out of your binds? Thank you for bringing that
I
up.
can take the 19, then roll again.
Yes, do that.
All right.
That's what happens when your GM forgets things.
All right. So first things first.
14's still decent, and I have time to work.
It's just going to take a lot longer. I mean, it's going to take
Alright.
several attempts, and you're going to have to repack it a few times. It's going to take a
So
while.
so first thing Ahiga is going to do
Oh.
is quickly work out of his bindings, knowing that something's up. This isn't normally if he would try to appeal to someone, or he'd normally just wait his time here. But
Yeah, something's
something
definitely
wrong.
up. Yeah, I mean, did the king
Yeah.
request you, and then you're put in a cell? Yeah, no, that's not. I don't care where you
All
are.
right, so
that's
I'm
not
going to
normal.
quickly using leverage or something, using my own foot if I have to just work my binds off. We're using sleight of hand, of
Sure.
course.
Not a problem. You bend your arm around and pop your shoulder out of joint, flip it over, and then like undo it with your teeth, and then pop your shoulder back in joint like a freaking magician getting out of a straight jacket.
What's the bindings made out of?
Just rope, but it's elven rope, so it's very nice rope. It's like
It's
silkish.
fan system.
Very strong, yes,
Yes,
because it's
very
elven made?
strong.
I have a crazy idea.
Of course. Before you say that, you guys hear screaming coming from beyond the doors. Like it sounds like they're in an entire different room, but the screaming is so loud that you can hear the muffled screams coming from this, like, through this door here.
So I wonder if I can get these guys' attention. So I'm going to so there's nothing hanging, like there's no rafters on the ceiling or anything, is there? Is there like wooden beams? Anything?
No, this is pretty much a stone tower. Everything's been chiseled out of stone. For the most part, what you see is what you get. There are two tables here for the guards to eat at. Like, one of them they play cards, and the other one they eat at. It's kind of, that's it.
So there's nothing. How long is this rope?
Rope is probably, it's been cut, so it's probably 25 foot, half of what you normally would get.
This is more than enough. Okay, I can start to... So there's nothing to hang from.
No. Not the...
Love you
well,
guys.
give me a
Thank
spot.
you.
Or actually, investigation. Because upon just basic visual, you don't see anything. You do see a bit of loose stone on the ceiling that you might... That looks like it's kind of been worn down. Maybe somebody's tried to hang themselves before. You could probably tie it around there if you were trying to, like, hang yourself. You know.
I'm back.
Be good for that.
Okay. So I'll just say...
And he hangs himself
Right.
and makes a new character. Damn it!
This is really stupid. So I'm going to try to... I still have like a shirt and everything, yeah?
Yeah, you still have your clothes. They wouldn't have taken your
Okay,
clothes.
so I'm going to try to work this rope quickly under my underneath my shirt to harness it on my shoulders. And then I'm going to fake a noose around my neck. So all the weight will be put onto my shoulders and chest and not around my neck.
Okay, this guard's going to look over and he's going to see you doing some stuff, and he's going to walk over out of curiosity to see what you're doing. He's gonna be like,
You're also going to have to be
As I
very
quickly
careful, because if you mess up, you could accidentally hang yourself for real.
and as he's over here, he sees what Taliandai's doing, and he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?"
I look over.
Walk
I look over at him and I say, No, don't worry. I'm just making a pillow. These beds are much too hard. I figured if I can funnel some of it into a blanket, it'll be a lot more comfortable."
He just kind of like shakes his head in confusion.
And I say to him as I say to him, just looking. I'm trying to get I'm just waiting.
It's like, well, stop.
Really
You're not
hope your
supposed to be
arms are
comfortable. It's a
behind your
prison cell.
back.
Huh? I'm sorry, there's some kind of background.
Yeah, somebody's got some background going. Sounds like a TV.
It's probably my end because I don't hear it. I'm mute.
It's you.
He's like, hey, we probably should get this body out of here. The guard's like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, that. And they're gonna start trying to drag the body away. So you've got like seconds to do whatever it is you're gonna do without them seeing. So good luck.
So okay, wait, question. Is there so there's one set of bars like here and then another set here?
Yeah, hence the why the dynamic lighting looks the way it does.
Yeah, I figured as much. So I'm going to quickly, once again, fake this noose and try to hang it from that rock and make it look like I'm literally trying to hang myself here.
This guard is like, wait, what are you doing there? It's like, hey, stop!
I'm going to quickly do it. He's not going to stop me because guess what? I'm in my cell, motherfucker.
He reaches for his crossbow, and then he thinks for a second, well, this guy's trying to kill himself, so he tries it anyways. He points his crossbow, and he's like, drop that now, or I'm going to shoot you. And the other,
I step to the corner where he can't shoot me.
As their attention's getting diverted, I'm going to quickly go for the short sword. I don't care if they see me or not.
Okay.
I'm going to go for the short sword though, and pull it into my cage quickly.
Okay, there's like a as it scrapes along the stone, but you get it in there quickly, and this guard is going to roll to see if he notices. He
could I have tried to make it more stealthy?
Rolled bad enough, huh?
Could I have tried to make it seem like I'm not doing this with a sleight of hand as well, or?
As far as this guy knows, you've got a rope tied around that was once binding your hands around the ceiling rock, and you're trying to hang yourself. That's all he knows. He doesn't.
Why is he trying to shoot me?
Because he doesn't want you to hang yourself for whatever reason.
Okay, so
well, then don't point the arrow at him.
Again, remember he thought about it, and he was like, "Well, this is going to have the opposite effect," but he does it anyways to see if it would get you to stop, and it didn't. So it's time for Plan B, but we haven't gotten there yet.
So I will not fall for whatever your elven machinations are as I prepare to hang.
Okay. He says, "You know what? Go ahead and hang yourself. What do I care?" And they start dragging this body, and it's leaving all this blood.
All right, that's fine.
The one, he's like, "Can you get it out of here?" And I got to keep an eye on these nincompoops. He's like, "Yeah." So then now there's only one guard, and this guard's dragging the body out. The door shuts it behind him, and when he opens the door, the screaming just comes. The sound of the screaming just bursts through the doors, of like both screaming of like pain and then screaming of someone saying, "No, stop it! Stop it!" And then the door shuts behind him. Oh yeah, there's no doubt in your mind.
Wait, can we still hear it even when the door is closed?
Well, yeah, it's just more muffled. He just opened the door so you could hear it louder, and then when he shut the doors, it's muffled again. But yes, the screams of pain you can hear when the door's shut, but the no stop it you don't. Let's put it that way. The screams of pain are super loud.
Okay, my turn. Guard!
What?
The screaming is bothering me. Do you have anything that I could play to drown it out?
He's like, "Oh, you mean like this?" And you see your loot is actually like sitting up against this table right here.
Nah, I'm actually much better at the flute. Ironic rhyming, though.
It's like, is this your loot? I don't know why.
Why?
It's like, I don't know. He takes the loot and he holds it in his hand, and he goes to like snap it on his leg, and it like hits his leg, and you hear like this like sound of pretty much a metal object hitting a leg and hurting his leg really bad, but not phasing the loot at all. And like you just hear this thunk, and he's like, "Oh, my leg! Oh shit!" Like puts this huge dent in like whatever armor he's wearing.
I wouldn't make too much sound with that.
And he's like, "Oh shit! What the hell is this thing made out of?" Oh, and he's like limping back to his post with this loot, and the loot's dragging on the floor behind him. And so at this point, you guys are still doing your thing, and you guys can continue to do your things, but the doors are going to open again. The screams continuing, and you're going to see the king come in, Art/Dykoth.
Well, I do try to do the thing I was saying. So I understand that he's probably doesn't give too many fucks, and they're just going to let me there. But the simple fact is, they do have a guy hanging to death in a cell.
Mm-hmm. So you are now dangling there by your throat at this point,
quote unquote, right?
Okay. I'm trying something. So let me copy this picture. So you're dangling there, and the door's open, and the guard seems to be at attention, and it doesn't look like anybody's really giving you any attention at this moment. And let me put this.
So
Let me grab
The
my
guard
food.
is currently standing at attention for the king
Yeah.
while holding the loot.
For those watching, there was supposed to be two things going on simultaneously, and since one of our players couldn't be here, I've had to improvise. So that's why this is kind of a bit sketchy at the moment, but we're gonna make it work. So
Yes?
well, it is. I feel like it is, but
No, I said a bit.
oh yeah, I thought you said it
Try
is.
incredibly so.
Yeah. So, the king here, and just in case you guys don't remember the picture from 5 minutes ago, walks in, and he's clearly, he's taken off the crown, the royal crown off of his head, and you can clearly see horns. He walks up here, and he says, and he looks at you, Ahiga, and he smiles, and he basically just takes, he just kind of waves his hand, and you notice this is the hand with this purplish stone sticking through it, the same one he's shown you on several occasions, and he just kind of waves it, and the rope cuts, and you fall, and he says, now, I need you alive, after all. The town needs to know who killed their prince. And he smiles, and he says, however, I am in a cheerful mood today. I just so happen that there are some subjects that I need to test out, and you guys make the perfect test subjectees. And he says, no need to worry about your friend Immoshen. She's getting what she deserves. And he says, he's kind of waiting for a response from any of you guys, actually, to see if you guys say anything.
I walk up to the bars, put my hand on it. Or actually I don't. I pretend like they're still tied behind my back.
Mm-hmm.
And I look out and say, you're not going to get away from this. My brothers have already imprisoned me once before. I will not allow you to repeat their mistakes.
But I've already gotten away with it.
So you think.
He says, what do you think will happen if you kill this body? All you'll be doing is killing the king, and I'll still live. It's like I've already won. He says...
Then
Oh, go ahead.
Then I'll just have to find your real body, now won't I?
He says, it is a shame. It is quite unfortunate that Immoshen is going to have to lose her eyesight again. He says, he says, bring them in, and the doors open, and you see these two women come stumbling in. It looks like they've gotten the life beaten out of them. And he says, have fun. If you survive this, well, you won't survive the trial. And then he walks out. And these two girls, they look no older than...
Alright, sorry about that.
Oh, I didn't even know you left. I've been continuing.
I had said I'm going to go get food really quick.
So I didn't hear you.
Yeah, we're something bad's about to happen.
So this
So
this
what
girl
happened?
stumbles in, and this girl stumbles in.
Which girls?
Oh, so Dykoth came in, / the king, and taunted you guys a little bit.
Even though I'm hanging in my cell now.
No, he waved his hand, the one with the crystal in it, and snapped the rope, so you fell down. He's like, now, I don't need I don't need the prince's killers to be dead before they stand trial. Essentially,
I try to play dead.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, you don't really sense that he cares that much. But he says
he was just taunting you.
Yeah, he just just showing you that he can do whatever the hell he wants, pretty much. And but then he said, you guys will make excellent test subjectees to my new test subjects. And he said, bring them in, and you see these two girls stumble in, and the guards throw them in, and then all of the guards shut the door behind them, and you hear this thunk as what sounds like the wooden latch just going down across the doors that are pretty much securing this door shut. And then these women are, and then your prison cell's open. Like the bars slide into the ground in the front and slide up into the ceiling in the back.
I'm gonna reach into the straw of my bed and pull out the short sword.
Okay.
As I'm going to keep the blade low.
Because I'm not a dick. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I am a dick. I want to be a dick right now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Continue. Just for now.
I will write down the day that he said
Yes.
this.
He said
I walk out just a little bit and I peer around the corner at these girls.
They look like, again, they've been beaten to like beyond almost to death, and they look exhausted. They're like holding themselves up on these chairs. This is what one looks like. She doesn't look that confident, but she is carrying those two lamps. They seem to be chained to her arms.
Oh, bullshit. I see tendrils. I immediately don't feel safe.
And then there's this. Then there is this woman. Wait, why isn't it showing it? Oh, her. It does not say intervene, whatever that says next to her. But she looks exactly like that, except for, again, she is bruised and battered, and her clothes look burned and stuff, as if she's been.
And once again, bullshit. She's on fire.
Yeah. So, those two women are there, and they look very like they could barely even stand again. The one girl over here with the things on her wrist, she starts holding on to her wrists, and she falls onto her knees, and then she's holding on to her throat, as if she's about to, like, as if something's choking her. And she's like, oh, help me. Help.
I walk out from cover as I'm going to step to here. Take it easy. Both of you, try not to move.
So
what's going on?
Okay, obviously my deception is not going to work.
Was the guard stupid enough to leave the loot in the room?
That was why I was debating on whether I wanted to be a dick or not. I'm going to say...
I should have just shut up and left it.
You agreed on yes at the end.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I should have shut up and just let it sit there.
Oh.
Oh, your loot is in here, though. He drug it on the ground, and then he went, when the guy came in, he saluted him and dropped it, and then that was the last it was touched.
Well, where is it?
It's like right here on the ground. Why isn't it? Oh, that's because I need to... There, it's like right here.
I know where I am. I'm hiding.
I'm keeping the table between me and the girls as I'm trying to like look at what's going on and say, what's going on?
Look at Taliandai. Taliandai, throw me the sword.
He's better with the sword. Give him the sword.
I toss the sword over to Ahiga.
I thank him. As I'll look at these poor women and... Which door was... Okay. I look at these poor women and say, I'm sorry, but I'm going to try to get this door open.
Okay, you, go ahead and you can give me an athletics on the door.
Actually, I was wondering, could I either slide a hand or acrobatics? I was like, try to slide the door, wedge the sword between the door, and try to lift the sword up to lift the wooden beam up.
Where'd one of the... Oh, never mind, I see her.
You can definitely try that, but you're still going to have to use an athletics to lift the actual, like, 2x12 beam that is shutting this door, which is very hard to do with an extended weapon like that. So, getting your sword through the crack is you can do. You start lifting it up a little bit. It's like super heavy.
Basically, it's kind of the thing that all three of us will probably have to work together to do.
Yeah. And like the door, like if the door moves, if any one of the doors move even slightly, it like pinches the sword and makes it even harder to lift. So, anyways, this woman right here is, she falls to her knees and she's holding her throat, and then all of a sudden, you guys see something starting to come out of her mouth.
Oh no.
It looks like this is kind of a better picture of what's going on.
Oh shit!
I'm sorry, that's really creepy.
And it gets worse.
I
And
don't want it
then,
to get worse.
as this is happening, she's got one hand on her throat and she's holding her chest with the other. As her chest splits open and blood squirts out everywhere. And this image now is appropriate.
Well, I'm glad. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I kept a table between me and them.
And if Dan Pixel's watching, and I'm sure, and if you were watching Thursday's game, that might look somewhat familiar. That hand, anyways.
Oh boy.
That is 1,000 pounds of nope in a 1 pound bag.
So this thing is both crawling out of her chest and out of her mouth until eventually it splits from her chest to her through her throat and her mouth, killing her, and steps out. And
We're going to get a completely different icon now.
yes, it looks like this.
Oh, fuck that.
That actually looks really cool.
Joy.
The other woman looks at her. She says, "Brenda," as if she knew the woman, and she falls backwards to the ground in terror. And as you know, her friend's body is pretty much disposed behind this thing as it's ripped in half from the front. And
I feel
roll
like
initiative.
the other girl isn't a. I feel like the other girl isn't a test subject. She was just sitting here to be executed too.
Well, we'll find out, I guess.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yay.
I nat one.
Nice.
So I explained to Ray that I explained that I believe she's being tortured,
God, if you can hear me, help me out here.
and that we're on the Nope boat to fuck this shit town.
Oh, good.
I've been there before.
I thought that was one of them. Really happy that wasn't one of them who made that roll. Yeah. Well, Taliandai, you're not last.
I don't even see you on the list, Taliandai.
He didn't click his token.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
the four.
Like did. My initiative went on the tracker, but then it immediately went off for some reason.
Well, what's your initiative?
think-
4.
4? Oh man, it's so much suck.
Hey, I still outrolled the girl.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but you rolled a natural 1.
Yeah. Normally I would say you go automatically last, but this person also rolled a 1, so. Go ahead, Mr. 21. Ahiga, you know that this thing has this thing right here has every intent to destroy you. In fact, let me just go ahead. And
How strong does it look? If I had to guess.
What do you mean? Like you want me to get like its ability score? Petey.
Like, if I had to guess, would I guess this thing's strong enough to knock down the wall behind me? Or the door?
You don't know. Yeah, roll me an insight. I'll entertain it.
Right, normally if I had a minute to, hang out with anyone, yeah, I'd be all about that. I'd be all about, oh yeah, this guy's really strong. But no, I don't get to sit to talk to anyone. Because they're all fucking mindless monsters!
Yeah, you're like, I don't know, it looks kind of like a shadow dude. Probably not. But you don't know what kind of supernatural capabilities it has.
I look at the sword, it's not a supernatural sword, is it? Or super strong sword, magical, or anything.
No, it's just a normal short sword.
Alright,
It looks pretty because it's like, the prince's.
So I take a step forward here, attacking the thing, more or less to try to get its attention off of everyone else and onto me.
Okay. Very noble of you. Okay.
Hit.
Yes, that is a hit.
Ooh.
Joltz, do you see the anti-magic words outside of the cells?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Because it's very
That's a miss.
important.
Are we capable of using magic outside the cells?
You when you did your initial check, you imagined it was just in the cells themselves.
So yeah, we can use magic outside the
Yeah,
cells.
you would think.
Oh, well in that case...
All right, is that all you're doing?
Yeah, I'm just more or less
Varlis.
attacking it, trying to get everyone its attention towards me.
Okay, so... First things first. Of course, being Varlis, the first thing I'm probably going to do is come out to here and try to grab the loot.
Okay.
And next... Spellbook and... I forgot to put the name of the spell. Probably not... Well, basically what I'm doing is casting animate objects on the giant doors.
Okay.
And I'm going to make them open.
Okay. Now, is there a size limit or anything to the animated object, or is it just any object?
Fucking huge is really the biggest.
Hold on.
These are pretty big doors.
What size count is the doors? Are they large? Or are they huge?
Well, they're the width, so they're let's measure it out here. They are about 10 foot by 20 foot.
I think they count as large.
Yeah, that's large.
I can do that in 2 other objects.
Okay.
Animate the tables.
The
Yes.
tables, I think, would count as large
Now,
as well.
animating the doors is not going to make them open because there's something preventing them from opening.
No,
You'd have to animate the wood behind them, would you not?
well, is it just one beam on the other side?
It's
or
one
is
beam
it...
on the other side. I mean, I'm not going to be a stickler. I mean, if you can see the beam,
Well-
you can target it, but I don't know how well that...
What's the
You know the spell better than
size?
I do.
What's the size classification for the beam?
It's like a 2x12, and it's the entire length of the door. So
Would
that's
that also count as a large
20.
or what?
Let's say 21 foot, 21 foot long.
I would count it as large, yeah.
Okay, then in that case,
So if you could do 3 large objects, you got it.
I can do 2 large and 1 medium.
Okay, so I'll be nice and say you can get the lock open and one of the doors, obviously. I mean,
Well, I was just going to say, I enchant the beam to float up, and then I open one of the doors.
there you go, or you can do that. What level spell is that?
5.
Oh, okay. Well, we probably should have started off with that. A 5th level spell should be able to do that. I thought it was like a first level or a cantrip. I'm like, that's pretty
No,
awesome for a first level.
Remember, animate objects
Yeah.
is the spell I got at
Oh.
the beginning of the last one.
Okay, so you expended
That I
the 5th
kept
level
talking
spell.
about.
Yeah, I'd think you'd be able to open the door with animate object. Not a problem. All right, so yeah, you do that. And
What the hell did you think animate object was?
I don't know. I thought it was like a first level spell, like, you know, because we just, I don't know. That's why I thought it had so many limitations. Yes, thank you. This
There you
helps.
go. Sorry, I had a few details I had to hash out on it. That, and it's not all completely spell-checked.
What's up, Alucard? How's it going, buddy?
Alucard?
Yeah, he's in the Twitch. I think I said that right. Sorry if I said that wrong. But yeah, so the doors spring open. You see Varlis strum on his lute, and the doors just spring open.
Yay!
Nice.
And when they open, you see, like, there's these stairs that go down. At the bottom of these stairs, there's probably about 10 to 12 guards down there, and they're running around doing various things.
That probably made me a very big center of attention moment.
Yes, you would imagine that when you flung up the door, they all stopped what they were doing. But they don't seem to be progressing towards you. In fact, they see what's in the room. For those of you who can see, Taliandai for sure, they seem to be getting the hell out of there.
Yeah. Considering I opened the door closest to me.
Ahiga, how good are you at delaying this creature from hitting you?
Oh, Jared, by the way,
Like,
I can control
I got a
them
plan.
I can control the animated creatures as
Ahiga?
warriors.
Okay.
yeah,
I
I'm like literally
fast
ducking
as
under this thing's claw. I'm like, I think I'm doing okay.
Ahiga, don't kill it. Lead it out down the hallway. We can use it as a bargaining chip to get the hell out of here. Nothing wants to come near it. We can use it to bypass the guards.
Brilliant.
So basically what I'm gonna... It's still technically my turn. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the door part that I animated snap off the hinges and get between me and it.
Okay, so now this huge door between you and it. It like swats at the door as it's flying by you, showing that it seems to not be showing too much intelligence.
Since you classify that as a large, right?
Yeah, the doors, yeah.
It has 50 health, 10 AC, plus 6 to hit. The damage is 2d10 plus 2 damage.
You just
Its
keep
strength
note
is
of that.
4.
I'm not going to remember that, and I'm not writing it down. So just keep you just keep that open, and if I ask you, you tell me. Oh,
Alright.
are you still taking a turn?
Well, basically, I'm just using the giant wooden pole thing and the door.
Cast
to
a spell,
get
action,
between
bonus
me.
action to move it towards you. So you can move, I guess, if you want. Otherwise, it is its turn, and it screams really loud. I need everybody to make me a will save.
Oh my god.
Not will, damn it, wisdom.
Oh, for some reason I rolled charisma. My bad. My charisma and my will are the exact same, though.
Favorite thing
Oh,
to make
cool.
you guys roll. All right.
Long distance high five.
My will and my charisma are the exact same, though, so...
Okay. So I just need one from Ahiga.
A will save?
Yeah, will save. Wisdom save. Same thing.
Yeah, I know. I do it too.
Well,
I have the fury!
This thing screeches and affects absolutely no one. Oh, wait. This woman has to make it. She it barely misses it. She almost made it, too. She covers her ears, and she was already cowarding anyway. She kind of tucks her head in between her knees and covers her ears with her hands and puts her head in between her knees, kind of on the ground, and is like in a total state of just terror.
so by our standard, there's nothing weird about her at all.
Doesn't seem like it. I mean, she does seem to be. There seem to be some odd, markings on her and stuff, but nothing that's super noticeable. Maybe they could be tattoos, as far as you know.
I'd be like, could you flame on and torch this thing?
Oh, she's like, okay, sure, and then she does nothing because she's terrified. All right, so it's actually going to leap here.
I'm really hoping I'm keeping it. Where the hell did it go?
We can't see beyond the door.
Oh well, let me remedy that.
Get rid of the door, Jared.
Get rid of one of the
Jared?
doors.
Okay.
Huh. Wait a minute,
What?
is it helping us, or is it going after
It
Ahiga
leaps
and
through
just
the
trying to
door
block
and then looks at you guys, as if waiting for you guys to come through the door.
Does it look thankful?
I kind of think
It
for a moment.
looks like it's going to attack you as you're running past it. It seems to have caught on to your plan, ripping the door off and then, all of that. Plus, it also
I kinda
sees guards
think
down
about-
there, and it's debating whether it wants to attack them.
I look for a moment as I say, clever girl.
Taliandai.
Ahiga, you're gonna have fun with this. Remember, don't kill it. As I'm gonna rush over and...
I guarantee nothing, Taliandai.
Well, I hope you can guarantee this. This is our only ticket out of here without fighting legions of guards.
One thing I forgot to mention, it kind of nightcrawlered over there. It didn't, like, run. It, like, did basically
teleported?
a poof. Kind of. You saw the smoke trail it left, but it moved really fast.
Here, Ahiga.
Did it partially pass through the door?
It looked like it passed through, maybe not the door, but, like, perhaps maybe went... Roll me a knowledge arcana, I'll tell, and you'll know. Or you won't know. But continue on with your turn. Anybody can roll that who knows it.
Gosh darn it.
I'm gonna say...
I'm
Don't worry, Ahiga. You know I have your back. I'm gonna run over here, put my arm around this girl, and take her over here. And once I get to about here, I'm going to aim my hand at this creature, because I do have line of sight. I can see him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast Command Flee.
Okay.
I'm
I
waiting
really
for like
hope, I hope that this
arm
thing
to-
can be affected by enchantment magic, Jolt. I really do.
I really do too, because this thing's gonna run with you if it fails. Basically, it now needs to make a wisdom saving throw, and if it fails, it has to run its full movement away from me.
Would that be
I'm
considered
kind of
a
waiting
charmed
for like
effect?
a third arm.
That would be considered a charm effect.
Okay.
Burst out of the other girl's side and
it's
just
immune to
stab you.
those.
Well, it's undead, I say as I put my arm around the girl and quickly lead her over to here. Ahiga, it's up to you.
Alright.
As, I'm going to grab one of the chairs, if I'm allowed, and smash the chair on the ground and take the leg as a weapon.
Well, you just cast a spell, which is an action. That would be another action, would it not?
True, alright. So in that case, I'm just going to get behind Ahiga with the girl.
You can move behind the chair and then be like, alright, in the next 6 seconds, I'm going to do this.
In the next 6 seconds, this chair is getting smashed.
So this girl's on your back now,
Oh shit.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you hear her, she's saying, my head hurts.
Oh shit.
And she screams as this burst of something comes out of her.
Oh, great.
No, no, no!
You know, I had a good faith that she
141.
wasn't going to be evil, but I was wrong.
141. I'm guessing that's a random.
Okay.
Good lord, I think that's not bad.
Alright, so, I almost read the wrong spell. Oh, that would have been bad. Okay, so, you actually visually don't know what happened. This burst came out, and something, I mean, you know something happened, but you don't visually see what happened.
Is she dead now?
No, she is, holding her head. That is her turn. Ahiga.
You wouldn't.
Fuck. So this thing has no intention of letting us by, does it?
No. But it is kind of distracted by the many targets below it, but they seem to be running away, and you guys
Here!
are closer.
Let me make the decision easy for you. As I come running in and drop kick it down the well and down the stairs.
Oh, he's a shove maneuver.
I'm just gonna shove it.
Alright, what do I need to do? Oppose athletics? Is that the roll, or?
Yep.
Or can I not just like trip it down the well technically with like an agility?
I just need to know what the opposed roll is.
It's an opposed athletics check, and then the winner gets, and if he wins, he gets to move her 10 feet.
Man, Varlis, I'm really gonna be needing some of your bardic inspiration here in a minute.
Is that technically a grapple?
No, it's not a grapple. I'm just shoving it.
By the way, I have bonus action reaction. Actually, oh no, I'm gonna cutting words it as a reaction.
Okay,
Thank you.
So you shove it, and you do give it a good nudge. But when you touch it, you need to make a Constitution save.
Oh boy.
Oh great, it's ultra powerful, and it hurts when you touch it.
You feel your hands burn, but once the shoving is done, you just shake the burning off. It does hurt, but not enough to do anything significant. It almost feels like this thing was trying to rip your skin off of the palm of your hand, like off the front of your hand when you touched it. Like it was like sucking it off.
I think Jackie Chan
Luckily, it fell down the stairs.
My feet, and I throw myself back up.
Yeah. All right, Varlis.
So I'm gonna inch my way over to here. So it fell down the stairs, right? Can I see? Can you show like the bottom of the stairs and shit?
Yeah, it should have flown back.
Oh, that's
10 feet.
the end of my map. So there's just...
So yeah, it should have flown back 10 feet onto the stairwell.
Oh yeah, it's now off the map, in the hallway, and guards are running around, and then it looks like it's going to grab one of them.
Okay, part 1, bonus action, inspiration. Ahiga.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hold on. I think it's higher now that I'm... No, I have to win. Roll a 1d8.
Thank you. I know it's dumb, but man, that bardic inspiration is seriously helpful. Like, you have no idea.
Cutting words is also handy.
Oh yeah, no, thank you both. I need all the help. Athletics is not my best stat.
But yeah, I repeat, roll a 1d8.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought you did. My bad. I'm used to people doing it for me.
I have horrible... I probably would have gotten it too, so be happy. So yeah, that's a +4 to the things.
Thank you.
So it just fell down the stairs.
We kind of flew down the stairs.
As I kind of look,
And then like
I just lay there flat, holding my
against
foot.
the guard. Yeah.
I kind of lay there flat, holding my foot as it's still burning. I look over at Taliandai, hold a hand up like, ta-da.
I give a thumbs up. By the way, I give a thumbs up while this woman's head's exploding behind me.
Oh right, I forgot about that.
Well, it's not exploding. Exploding is such a dramatic, word. I'm gonna assume this door is open now, so I can get rid of it.
So I'm gonna walk between Taliandai and Ahiga, and I'm going to cast using a 4th level spell slot, invisibility.
On me?
On both of you.
Nice.
And myself.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Is the woman still invisible?
No.
Or no, is she invisible? I'm sorry, not still invisible.
No, it's just Taliandai, me, and Ahiga.
Okay, so she's floating through the air right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, Taliandai, put her down.
Please, it hurts.
I'm like, you could use detect thoughts or something.
They did things to me.
Horrible, sexy things.
Horrible things.
I can't do anything else.
Shit. I have to help her.
Fuck. And here you go, we're on the same team as a person who needs to help everyone.
Hey, come on. Gotta spread the love, man. Are you done, Varlis?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Okay, so this thing is going to rip into some guards.
I don't care who you are, I think I'm funny.
And they will pursue it. They're pretty much... there's 3 guards. There's the one he hit, which is prone, and then the 3 kind of surrounding it, kind of keeping their distance, with their with like these spears pointed out, and it is looking around to see which one it wants to eat, and then it grabs one's face and then pulls back and like leaves these huge claw marks.
Ahiga, I have a plan.
Taliandai.
Wait,
it
grabbed its face?
Kinda.
I say...
Yeah.
It didn't, like, claw or anything?
Well, no, it grabbed it, and then as it was like pulling its hand away, the claws came down his face and left claw marks, like 5 claw marks on his face.
Ahiga, I have a plan.
So he did claw him.
If we find the body of the prince, and then if we find the body of the prince and have this creature rip into it, then there's a potential fact that we can counter his false charges and put it on the creature instead.
I kind of give him this look of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, both of us are like, you have way too much time to think these things out. It's only been like, what, 12 seconds?
You guys take your turns too long.
I'm a smart thinker.
I'm fast.
As I'm going to sigh, and I'm going to cast... right, I can't cast nothing when I'm invisible. I'm going to hope she doesn't tear my head off and rush down the stairs.
Alright. Now, technically, when you're invisible, you, I mean, I realize I can have my own science behind this, but you're still in the material plane, right? You're not in another plane of it. Okay.
Wait, you didn't tell me until just this moment that you were carrying her.
She was on my back the whole time.
She's invisible too.
Oh.
Anything you're carrying.
Oh.
It says, a creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person.
You know, anything can mean, like, equipment. I mean, I don't know. I could say, well, that doesn't necessarily mean people, but I'm fine with it. I'm 100% fine with that.
In that case, I'm going to run.
From this point on, I'll ask if it's okay before I just assume things.
No, it's fine. So you run down the stairs, and there are a bunch of guards fighting this thing, and roll me a stealth to see how much noise you're making. Because this could be potentially...
Do I get advantage for invisibility?
Well, they're not even going to get a chance to see you. It's a move, so it's just a normal stealth roll. Because you're still making noise.
14.
You get down the stairs, and about the third to last stair, there's this loose rock you kick around, and it rolls on the ground, and you think the guards see it, but they're more focused on the rock, and you kind of use that opportunity to go around them, and you think you're good.
I'm going to search for the...
You are making some heavy foot noises because you have that extra weight on you.
Yeah. I'm assuming Ahiga's going to continue the plan of making a clearing, and I'm going to head off to find our equipment.
Fuck that shit.
What was that?
We're invisible.
Yeah. I'm still going to search for our equipment, though. I'm going to look for the book, their equipment, and I'm also going to search for the prince's body.
Okay. Alright.
The girl's icon should be with him.
Yeah, okay, of course. I know you guys are out of the hall off the map, but she's gonna say, "What's happening to me?"
I'm guessing that's
there's another explosion, and she's no longer invisible.
Hang in there. You got to keep a strong will. I'm gonna get you out of here. I wish I was a better cleric.
Maybe if you didn't put anything into Bard.
I'm a Bard cleric, fuck you.
Bard off!
Okay, so
Even in the coils of tragedy.
Roll me a D8, sorry, Taliandai.
Oh boy. 5.
She's like, "What's happening?" And then all of a sudden, she's like, "Ah!" And then like
I thought we're all visible.
She's no longer visible, or invisible. It's her turn. What do you mean? What's the what is the deal? What is the deal that you are having?
Well, I thought the rest of us were invisible, and she wasn't.
She was on his shoulder, and because of that, she was also invisible. He's carrying her. Taliandai is carrying her.
And invisibility works on whatever the person you target is carrying as well.
Yeah, and we said that works for people too because I'm being nice.
All right.
Until now, which she's no longer invisible because the spell goes off, and she's like, ah! And like this burst of energy hits the floor, and all of a sudden you see the ground start spreading, and this dire bear come out of the ground.
Chip.
And it
Well,
roars.
shit. Do it.
It's
Oh,
almost
boy.
too big for the current corridor you're in, but it fits.
Okay, things just got a lot harder.
Its ass is facing you. It seems to be facing, like you're running west and it's facing east, and it seems to look like it wants to go east.
So, is it behind them or in front of them in the
It's
passage?
behind them because you guys are running west and it's heading east.
Oh, thank God. You guys can keep going.
Because the way I look at it is like you've got her flipped over her shoulder where her head's looking at your ass and her ass is in your face, like on your shoulder. So when she cast the spell, it went right in front of her, which is behind you. So
At the same time, this now means me and Ahiga have to go past a dire bear.
well, actually, at the top of this round, something's going to happen. So you guys feel the ground quake. And you hear the sounds of like a screech, like a, and it sounds like it just pours over the sky. It's super loud. You guys can roll me knowledge. I'll let you do nature or arcana. Either one will work to see what this is if you're curious. But while you're rolling that, this quake, something hits the building. And it shakes the entire building. It's everybody does need to give me a dex save.
Welcome to the chaos.
Yes.
Some asshole throwing out chaos magic.
Oh, roll 13.
Really?
You guys all fall flat on your ass. As well as all of the guards, and even this little thing falls. Pretty much everything falls on its ass because of this. You would imagine the tower has shifted like a good 10 degrees from this impact. So it's pretty much just thrown everything off balance. Like things are falling off the wall. All the beds are like slamming up against the bars are down, so the beds are sliding through the room here.
It's probably not a dragon.
And you hear shouting in the distance, "He's returned! Quick, run for your lives!"
Something tells me that this guy knows that we were breaking free and is gonna just sink this whole place.
I sure did. This was a modern dance production of
And
We need to go now.
Well, there's more. I'm just reading my notes. There is basically you guys are kind of like at the top of this tower. You're not at the tippy top, but you're kind of at the top. And the wall, there's just this explodes open, like right here, from like an angle coming down, as if something flew into it. Well, you'll see what's flew into it here in a second.
Well,
And you
I'm the only
see
one
this-
left in the room.
Oh well, then I think Ahiga's probably going to see this too.
Captain Kirk, permission to piss myself.
Varlis, you see a yellow/bronze, choose whatever color you want, dragon burst through this wall here, and it looks to be about like a newborn gargantuan size, so it's probably an adult. And it roars, and like you see this electricity come shooting out of its mouth. And it looks at you, Varlis, and it kind of bows in as a symbol of respect, it looks like, almost.
I'm sorry. I think I just crapped myself.
Here comes the cavalry!
It's the dragon my loot is blessed by.
Yep.
But almost immediately there's a whistle. You hear a whistle as if somebody's going, whistling really loud, and it turns its head and flies out. And when it flies out, it leaves an opening to where you guys can see there is this massive battle going on below you guys.
Holy shit.
Well, apparently, whoever is working with the dragon currently really does not like this guy either.
I told you some things aren't going to make sense.
Well,
I feel like I know who it is. That's out of game.
So what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, are we still in combat?
These
Or has
guards,
that,
no,
like-
combat is over. These guards, no longer, like, they're more afraid of what they think is here than this thing, and they flee.
Is that thing afraid too?
This thing will run down the hall, going east, going
The opposite
going
direction of the dire
this
bear.
way. Yeah, but down the hall. So,
Yeah.
and you'll see the bear chasing after it.
Well, I know what I'm doing first. I'm running up to here.
All right. Well, oh,
So
crap,
is this-
sorry about
wait,
that.
is this
Whoa,
chick
whoa,
dead?
whoa, whoa. I had something left to do in that map.
I know I didn't mean to delete you. I was trying to delete the arrow, and I deleted you guys.
The girl I'm carrying is still alive, Ahiga.
I'm like, guys, I think I've gone blind!
There you go.
Okay, so
One at a time.
I'm gonna head up to this top one, and I'm like, art thou ready to go, dear?
You see that this entire time she seems to have been in some meditative state, mainly because they forgot about her.
I knew she was there around the time the combat started.
Yeah, I just
I didn't think it would be very safe, though, if she got involved.
yeah. So she wakes up and she says oh, thank you, and she'll take her hand. I guess I know it's odd, but
Calvary's arrived.
she says yes. Oh. She smiles really big and she says, I knew he'd be here sooner or later.
I have an absolutely insane idea.
Wait.
Wait, where the hell
You
is
knew
this at?
He
Varlis?
would arrive.
Oh yes. Well, I was the one who kind of, helped in calling him.
Excuse me, Varlis is gonna run down the hallway yelling, "Holy crap!" No, I'm sorry. You guys go ahead.
Good.
Dimi?
Okay, I was just saying asking where the hell this is.
Oh, yeah, I don't really have any more map. I ran out of map. I don't have the entire
Well,
interior
I'm
mapped
asking
out,
where the
so
fuck-
let's...
Did he go?
Who's he?
Varlis.
Oh, he's
Alright.
back in the room.
The chick-
Charlie has been up in this top cell the whole time.
I totally forgot because I wasn't really... So at this point, I'm more or less just running down the halls, looking for where the screaming is.
Everywhere. Pretty
I know
much.
where our stuff
I think he means the screaming from earlier.
Anything that looks like a guard that was in this room, they seem to be fleeing for their lives. You will see various volts and bolts of electricity fly through the building, and you'll see like this, at one point you'll see them go down this corridor, and this huge lightning bolt that fills the entire corridor goes down, and they're all just fried to ash.
I'm half tempted to grab a sheet, jump out through the hole, and try to use it as a parachute and see if I can pull a James Bond.
I doubt it. You used the sheet from earlier. You put holes in it. Oh, crap.
Did I put holes in it?
Well, I don't know. I was
Well,
like,
anyway,
are
I'm
you
gonna
trying
play
to
it.
make a scarecrow.
The woman on your shoulder seems to be. She's like, I need water.
alright. I'm gonna quickly be searching for our equipment, and I'm also gonna be searching for water now.
I
Okay.
have water in my equipment.
Actually, no, yeah, you're right. If we find our equipment, we should find water flasks. So you need to find that stuff quick.
By the way, the lightning is either from the dragon or Immoshen got pissed.
All right. Well, it's 10 o'clock. Is she giving you any updates?
Oh yeah, she's on her way.
Oh, sweet. Cool. This is a good time for her to come, actually. But anyways, so yeah. So there's various rooms you can go in. I don't have this entire castle or whatever mapped out because it's huge, and I don't have it mapped out. So there's various rooms you can go in. You'll be able to find whatever you need. Everybody pretty much just left. There's guard barracks everywhere, and pretty much any of the supplies you're looking for will be there. You guys will actually find, upon searching, the area where they store all of the prisoners' stuff. It's just a room, and there's just all of the prisoners' stuff that they've acquired over the years, and you'll find all of your equipment back.
All right, I give her water, and I grab my book and hug it.
By the way, from the hole, how high would you say we are?
You are probably 3 or 4 times higher than the Eiffel Tower.
I don't want to do math.
On a floating island. This island is probably 2 times the size of the Eiffel Tower itself, and then it's floating an additional that height above the ground.
So what you're saying is higher than 500 feet?
Yes, much higher than 500 feet.
Damn it. I was going to try that dimension door down again.
Yeah, that's why you could see the battle from that broken thing, because you can see like half of Dovencrest through it.
Oh.
Well, you were looking to the east, though, so you could pretty much all you saw was ocean and then Brevlin, but anyways.
Also, I'm going to hand some water up to her.
I'm sorry, you're looking west, not east. I gotta make sure I correct myself there. But anyways, yes, she drinks. She will drink it, and she says, "I don't know what's going on with me, but I don't know how to stop it."
We're gonna have to find out a way. Until then, I hope you have the willpower to hold whatever it is back.
Probably not.
I'll try.
Right. I'll try to move faster too.
Taliandai.
I feel like something's grabbing my head and just crushing it. It feels like something's crushing my head.
You have to try to keep in control. I think whatever it is trying to kill you like it did your friend.
What happened?
Oh, well, that's a good way to keep a person calm.
What happened to my sister?
That was your sister. Oh, shit.
He sighs. I believe your sister was taken by whatever's trying to take you. You have to hold firm. If you don't, then this could make everything a lot more difficult. I want to get you out of here alive.
They kept us separated. They must have done different things to her. Is what happened to her going to happen to me?
I don't know. We were in our own cells at the time.
I'm so scared.
I know you just conjured a bear, though, so that's interesting.
She doesn't even remember doing that.
I'm gonna look at the book. Look, I know you were taken through these halls. Can you tell me which way is the nearest way down?
He says it writes out. It says, "I took the liberty of copying all the maps of this place. We can get you out of here."
I grin. This is why I love you.
He says, he basically gives you, like, he draws out this map and draws a line of the path that you should take. He says, however, there's a battle going on, so I don't know what you're going to expect in each corridor. You know, I don't know what you're gonna run into.
Are there any trinkets of Featherfall? Something like that?
He says, look around. That's... and you can give me an investigation.
Passive investigation?
Yes, it's going to be a high DC, though. So it's whether you want to roll it or
I'm going to use my passive in this case.
What's your passive?
23.
Okay, you do not see anything.
Dang it, 23 wasn't even high enough?
No.
What would I have gotten anyway if I rolled? That was worth it to use passive.
Well, I mean, basically there is none.
Yeah.
If I'm
As I
being
kind of
honest.
Oh, okay. I kind of sigh and look to the book and say, "You wouldn't happen to know how to fashion a makeshift parachute, would you?"
It's called Featherfall, Joltz!
I already said Featherfall. We were looking for Featherfall. There was none.
I know.
She says, please put me down. It's hurting again. And here we go.
Oh no, not these! Shit!
I was wondering when it was
Is
going
it
to
like
click.
the wand of randomness?
She's a living
worse.
wonder.
No, worse.
Come on, seriously?
Do you want me to spoil it, or?
No, you can. If you know what it is, speak it out, man.
It's one of those weird test subjects that you roll that odd number because it represents each of the spells in the spell book or in the book.
Correct.
Oh shit! If she gets power word die, we're screwed.
She can roll wish.
She could roll wish.
That'd be one way to save her.
This fucker made them?
Hmm?
This fucker made
Yes,
them?
but this is all out of game knowledge, FYI.
Sorry, I knew this. Why I was asking. Do you want me to spoil it?
Whoa.
But what's a 178 on her spells?
It's a conjure animals. This is bullshit. This is the second freaking animal she's freaking.
So many animals.
Yeah. So roll me a d4, somebody, please.
I got you.
Are you sure? I tend to roll low.
Okay, you see four. Like you'll see a hawk come out and fly through the corridor. You'll see a frog jump out of the floor. You'll see a wolf, and you'll see an owl pop out of just like she's like ah, and then like this force hits the ground and they just erupt out of the ground and they just go flying off or hopping off or whatever.
Well, that was kind of cool. As I keep running, quickly following the line laid out by the book,
It's like,
as
I'd gladly trade you.
I would not be against taking it, but for now, just hang in there.
She's obviously in pain.
Yes, it hurts very
Seriously,
much.
I am looking for my gear, though. Looking for where our gear.
Oh,
is.
he said we found it.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, yeah. You guys found it in the. And you found the room where they take all of the prisoners' stuff and just store it.
Okay, then I'm going to look for the drow.
Okay.
Maybe even the king.
You guys
really.
can, using the trusty map that Trell, as you now know his name is, mapped out for you. And you see that there is a torture chamber. Well, he says torture chamber with a question mark. It's this round-shaped room. Doesn't seem to serve any other purpose.
All right, well then I guess we head that way.
Okay, when you'll go down a quarter, you'll turn right. You'll go down another quarter, turn left. You go down another quarter and turn right. And then there will be these doors that are like fried. Like there's only like a little bit of the wood left. It looks like they were like burst open with this like flame or something. And in the room you will see a hole in the wall, about the same size as the hole in the wall that you saw in the prison cell. And you'll see these bindings. And you'll see damn it, I might be speaking out of my what I'm allowed to do here, but I'm gonna say you see something of Immoshen's. I was gonna say her tiara, but she might get pissed at me if I say that. Something of hers laying in the room.
Alright.
You'll see various things. You'll see these like mummified things hanging from the ceiling. You'll see these cages with of like rotting flesh in them, as if people have died in them and they've just been rotting, hanging from the ceiling, and all of your your various torture devices. And then you'll see this jar that's open and the lid's on the table, and it's full of eyeballs.
Oh,
And
come
there's this like goo on the table, as if like there's been work around this jar recently.
They took out the girl's eyeballs again. And I
Man,
can say
Jesus.
that because he mentioned it, so ha.
Oh, we just don't have luck then. Oh well, she should be able to regrow new ones again.
But as you guys peer out the opening, you'll see this dragon flying around and just breathing these lightning bolts down on this like this darker looking army, and there will be somebody. And there seems to be somebody riding on it. Mr. Taliandai, you know for a fact somebody is riding on it, and this person is clad in very heavy looking armor and has got a big ass great sword.
Does he look like our enemy?
Well, I mean,
no.
You don't. There's really no way to discern it. He does. I mean, he's attacking the things in the city that look evil. So, I mean,
I'm gonna assume he's on our side, and I'm gonna hurry to him.
yeah.
I'm going to be like, he's on the back of my dragon. Of course he's not.
Important detail.
Oh, yeah.
He's got another smaller woman riding behind him with her hands around her waist. You could say it looks like it's Immoshen.
So,
Wait, hold on. Who has Immoshen?
This person riding this dragon.
Okay.
So, I can see the whatever yellow dragon. Because we keep getting confused on what the color is.
I like yellow better than bronze because it shoots electricity. It just made
Okay.
more sense to me, but you can say yellow or bronze. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
Yellow.
So.
There was some good sense.
But I can
made.
see it, right?
Yes, everybody can see it.
Bullshit,
in fact,
am I not going to play the song?
the people of on the ground are freaking out because they see it.
Yeah.
I am totally playing the song. Where's my performance skill?
Yeah.
Alright, she said she's going to be about 15 minutes.
Okay. Well, what if I think this is a good point for us to switch over to her?
Let's roll goody two shoes now.
Okay. So, well, your character will die, but in the inside, on the inside, if that's all right. No. So,
Yeah,
here we go.
I'll be prepared to rage quit.
So if you remember from last session, you guys were in the cells, and the prince was killed, stabbed in the back by the king / Daikoth. And right after that, you were drug out of your cell and brought into a room, and that was the last the group saw you up until probably this point in the game. So a lot's happened. So we're going to kind of go through this. So you were drug away and you were brought into a torture chamber. Into this
Okay.
the circular room. They sat you down, and they brought your Immoshen and Tally with you.
Oh no.
So they are chained to these stone pillars. Let me get your character. Those watching on Twitch, you guys are welcome to watch on Twitch to see what's going on. But otherwise, I don't really know how to show it to everybody without throwing your characters in here. So you're kind of chained to this pillar here. Are you in this room, or can you
Yep,
see?
I am.
Okay. So you're chained to this pillar here, and they chain Immoshen to this pillar, and then Tala to this pillar. And the chains hang down. They go around your wrists, and then there's some at the bottom that go around your ankles. I actually have a chair for you to sit in. You can sit in if you wish, and kick it out of the way, or whatever you want to do. But they will actually set her Immoshen in a chair. So her chains are like her arms are stretched up to the max, I guess, if you will, and you hear one of the guards say, "I hear the best way to torture a drow is to make them watch their family suffer in front of them. Let's start with this one." That's when they throw Immoshen in the chair. They grab Immoshen and chain her to. I already said all this, so I'm repeating, but I'm reading from my notes. Grab a tool that looks a lot like a melon baller.
Oh dear.
Like a little mini ice cream scoop. Immoshen will look back at you with this determined face. A very serious look on her face as she addresses the guard. She says, "Do your worst. You're only fueling our hate, which is more dangerous than you could ever imagine." And so anybody who's watching, the next scene's going to get pretty graphic. So, just a little warning.
Disclaimer! Shit's happening.
The guards then proceed to take the scoop and scoop out Venoshin's left eye as she screams in pain, and a small snap can be heard as the optic nerve is severed, and you hear it through even over her, like her scream, in between her screams of pain. You see him take the eye and drop it into this container full of other eyeballs. As you lay there watching, or sit there watching her, them do this, your staff and tiara are not reacting at all, no matter how much you're trying.
Seething hatred.
And
growl.
you actually feel like Pythos has abandoned you.
Ooh, that's real anger.
You feel the hate leave your body and are suddenly filled with a peace you have never known. As hate no longer dominates your heart, room has been opened for all of these emotions to kind of rush in that, you know, previously there hadn't been room for it. As you're overcome by fear, sadness, and most of all, love for your sisters. And as soon as you start feeling these emotions, tears start running down your face as you watch helplessly as they rip out the other eye of your sister, and she screams and it echoes through the room. You hear a noise in the distance, and then a thump, and then a loud bang, and the entire building shakes, and the guards are knocked on their asses. You see, there's actually a stairway that spirals down from this point. No, I'm sorry, I take that back. There is not. This is its own room. I changed my notes. I forgot I did that. But anyways, the doors burst open as this this burst of lightning, and you see this man standing there at the door. Looks like this. It's like that.
Hello there.
He has this glow, like this yellowish, bronzish glow glowing off of him, and more so his sword and his armor. And as he bursts through the door, his sword is like just pulsating electricity. And he looks at the guys and just kind of holds out his hands, and you see like just electricity just engulf their bodies, and they just turn into ash.
Yeah.
And he doesn't actually see you. He goes in the room and he sees what they see. He sees Viashin first, runs over to her, and he's like, "What have they done to you?" And he pauses, sees the rest of you guys, and looks at you, Immoshen, and he says, "I will take her. You two need to get out of here now." And he will unchain you guys. He actually just takes a sword and just cuts the chains like they're butter. Throws Viashin over his shoulder, and you hear him whistle. And he whistles really loud. And then crashing through the wall is this gargantuan-sized yellow dragon that lowers its head, and he jumps on it with Viashin, and then it flies out. And then as you look through this opening, you see there's this major battle going on below, and then he's just like clockwork, just goes and then addresses the battle, and you're free to make your escape.
Can we jump out the same hole he did and levitate down?
You can do whatever you want. You do have Tala with you, though.
I'm gonna grab Tala, but take a quick look around the room. Is there anything of use, or?
Various torture devices, chains.
Any items we had on us beforehand that we can pick back up, or?
No. For the rest of the group, and you won't know this, we're gonna say that her items are stored in the same room that your guys' items were. So, but we'll get to that.
Cool.
You don't see any of your items with you.
You can consider it as I have them.
Okay.
Will do. She's gonna look over Tala
You don't
quickly and worry and like, "Are you okay?"
She's like, what just happened?
Just crushes her in a hug, like, "Let's get out of here now."
Okay. So you're going to just jump out and levitate?
Yep.
Oh, great. You levitate, and as you are levitating down, now, this took us, 2 hours to accomplish in game, but it was literally just seconds of combat. So it makes sense that as you're jumping out, you will hear music playing, and we'll jump over to... That actually took a lot quicker than I thought it would. And we'll jump over to Varlis, who is playing... you're going to play something.
Well, first off, I was gonna yell over to see if I could get the attention of the guy on the back of the dragon and the dragon itself.
Oh, he's into the battle, and he's pretty far away. In fact, you can't even tell any details about him. He's so far away, except for you could barely tell that there's a person on this dragon, except for Taliandai, who has the perfect vision. But you know there's somebody on there because Taliandai tells you, and you kind of resembles as if somebody's on there. So he's pretty far away, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And the battle is very loud. You are very high in the air, also.
Well, I was going to shout out something in real, to roleplay it, but I rather not cause a disturbance for the people in my house.
Well, okay. Well, I was gonna do it, but
no. So basically, I just shout out over all the sounds of battle, something along the lines of, "Oh, great one, here I pray, live on and seize the day," and I just start playing the bronze song.
Okay. Bronze. Okay, no. Anyways,
bronze, yellow, bronze,
I think you guys all heard this song before. So you all hear it now. It's the area around you will show the scenic, nature and these animals running in the wild, and then maybe they're showing. You actually can add whatever you want to the scene.
They don't have to make rolls, because basically I'm focusing the sound around the dragon itself.
Okay, well, the thing is that the sounds of battles are very loud, and your instrument can only portray this thing as far as it's heard, so it is echoing louder, and it does go further than your typical lute sound does, but with all of the battle and everything, it does not seem to be phasing the person on the dragon or the dragon itself. They seem to be focusing on the battle at hand. But you do notice that any guards or anything in the castle behind you, they seem to be affected by it.
Oh, that's slightly less awesome.
Yeah, again, remember, you are very high up. Like the dragon and the battle and even him flying on the dragon is below where you are. You are really, really high in the air.
Well, yeah.
So.
But I was kind of expecting the loot to silence everything else.
Well, but he's down there with the battle, and there's no way.
So you're saying
it has the range,
even though it has an incredible range, it still has a range.
It's not that incredible range. He's down there in the battle that's super loud, and you're way up in the air. It's not loud enough to drown out all the noise of the battle thousands of feet below you.
Okay.
It's just...
So, Jared, make will rolls for every single person.
I'm just going to go ahead and say they fail.
Awesome.
Because they're panicking, they're not in their right mind. They hear this music, it's going to instantly affect them. The guards, that is.
So there were only guards.
Immoshen will hear this, though. Immoshen is still levitating down. She'll hear the music.
Does it feel different to me this time?
Yes, you're filled with this love, this weird feeling. I mean, you felt it before, but not this. It wasn't this powerful last time you heard this song.
Considering I don't know her location and I was only venting it away from the people around me, it would probably affect her.
Yes, makes sense. So you are kind of enticed by this. You'll see the effects of the spell like happening on the side of this tower, and there will be this lovely woman looking at you, and she's pointing to you and motioning you to come to her. It's not lovely Lola. It's just a very beautiful woman, or man, whatever your preference.
Hundreds of them.
And this particular man or woman, whatever your fancy, is pointing you to come to them, and you feel inclined to see what it is that they want. You are enticed by this person based off... Well, actually, she gets a will save, right? Or a wisdom save?
If she wants.
Yeah, so if you want to resist this and continue what you were doing, give me a wisdom save. Otherwise, you can give in, and... So that's where we are right now. Yeah, Immoshen. I can roll for Tala.
Ray?
What do I need to roll? Sorry.
Oh, you need to roll with
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom? Okay, coming right up. Let me get to my character sheet real quick, light. Come on.
Would you like me to roll performance to know what she has to roll against?
Yes, that would be good.
Okay.
Wisdom.
Skill.
Oh, she's gonna fail. Doesn't matter. Well, unless you roll one. Yeah, no. Yes. This man or woman, your choice, is just enticing, and you stop what you're doing, and you start heading towards it. And when you get to it, it smiles, and it reaches its hand out for you to grab it. Of course, you're enticed by the spell, so you grab it, and it kind of floats you up. And as you're playing this song, you'll see this spirit, or well, not spirit, but this figment of your your magical music, bringing Immoshen to you, and you guys will all be reunited, and it will actually there will be 5, 6 more of these beautiful beings that pop out, and they'll extend their hand for the rest of you guys, essentially offering you a means to getting to the surface. Of course, the one that reaches out for you, Vyoshin, is the lovely Lola.
Just feels enticed as she feels this new sense of peace wash over her that's replaced the hatred.
I think you mean Varlis?
I can imagine you've probably never felt love to this extent before. Maybe you felt love or a bond, but to actually feel love for somebody who worships a deity of hate, well, dragon spirit of hate, is probably a rare occurrence. So, I mean, how this affects you is completely up to you, but it's definitely probably new and would affect you in some sort of way.
She'll be holding Tala close to her side. It's like, nope, my locus is mine. Back off.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? You guys gonna take these things hands?
Yep.
Where's
Dimi?
Dimi? Joltz? You guys
Yes.
there?
Sorry, muted.
Yay, he pulled a me.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so, Joltz, you got an idea? Because I'm just kind of fucking running for it now.
Well, these things are...
We have an option of how to get down now.
Oh.
Were you guys not paying attention?
I stepped away. Didn't you guys get my BRB?
No.
No, because I didn't fucking send it!
No, I was here. I heard. We have a trip down by Dragon.
Well, no, we have a
No.
trip down by Dragon Magic.
Dragon Magic. Yeah.
Well, Dragon Song.
Yay, Varlis.
So I'm gonna turn and head that way then, quickly. I'm gonna carry this girl with me, like we're getting the hell out of here.
Yes, they will actually...
That brings up an interesting question. Does anything happen with her?
One will grab her, and you all will extend. She still seems kind of out of it, but she's kind of levitating, floating as the figment grabs it, and you guys just kind of float down at an accelerated rate, and you hear the sounds of battle, and it's loud. It's very loud.
I thought it
Especially
would have
this
been full of
dragon.
headache stops.
It's full of what?
I thought it would have been pretty cool if her headaches stopped.
Well, again, it's cool magic, but it's not
that
exactly dragon magic. Yeah, well, you'll see. Anyways, so you guys you ascend down or descend down, and the louds of the battle is roaring and it's loud, and you guys get to the surface and you see that this area there's just dead bodies everywhere. The battle seems to have escalated out, like it's being pushed outside of the city almost, and you'll see this probably 20-30 feet away from you. You'll see this happening. You'll see an elf on the ground laying like this, and then this black figure basically taking its head, like, well, just like the picture shows, looking at her, and then the face basically goes into her face, and she starts moving. And then
crap,
this
it's
thing
another
will
one of those
continue to
things.
possess her.
Kill it!
It will get up, look at you guys with red eyes, and smile, and stand up, and then begin running towards the battle.
So she was dead and got possessed.
That is what it looked like.
I chase after her.
It kind of looks like the thing from earlier.
Shit.
Kind of.
I'm going to, knowing that I'm having to carry her, I don't want to pull my rapier out, so I take my dagger off my belt. And I'm gonna hold
I
it just a
chase
second.
after it.
I'm not. That's a bad idea.
So I'm gonna look over at Immoshen, and I'm just gonna kind of put her stuff down next to her.
She'll just look at you and just like smile and just nod her head like, thank you. Sorry it took us so long to get here. More talkative than usual.
I'm going to
She
begin
laughs.
navigating my way out of this battle.
Pretty sure you've never heard her laugh before.
She feels great now. Just like, let's go do something. Okay. Oh,
So, as I'm running, though, I am going to shout back to Taliandai and everyone, really. We can't let whatever that is run free.
Whatever that thing is, there's probably more of it. If we risk our lives in the battle, a lot more people could die. We should focus on getting the innocents out of here.
I'm not very good at that. Like, well, I'm at least going to try to slow it down.
I'm gonna get innocents out of here then.
Right. I'm a swords master, George. What do you want?
Yeah. Taliandai is gonna begin using his bardic voice in order to inspire people, the innocent, to start moving the fuck out of the battle zone.
Okay.
Pick your legs up and run, motherfuckers.
In some cases, most literally.
Oh god.
Oh, that's dark.
It's a battle zone.
Okay, so everything in this green area and the inside of it is pretty much like almost empty. It's dead bodies and these little black things possessing bodies is pretty much all you will see at this point. Other than that, it is the loudness of the battle and everything is out on the outskirts of this green blob that I just drew. And it looks like the city seems to be winning, like it's pushing these things out. And I have one more picture of them, and then I'll stop showing you pictures for a bit. Of what
So
they look
good
like.
is winning right now.
Yes, they are winning thanks to this thing flying the dragon. There's another picture of them. That is what they look in their basically their worst form, their primitive form. And then as they start absorbing these bodies, they start looking more human-like, is what you're observing.
It looks like you fused a wraith with one of those weird fossil fish things from Ark.
How did you know? But
if that's it, someone find me a pickaxe.
You see the boats to the south. There are some. Most of them are still docked. This fight does not seem to be going into the waters. And then there's the gate to the north. And then you know, all the other various ways you can go. So what do you guys want to do?
So there's more than just the one or two I've seen.
Oh, they're all over the place.
Well, Dragon Dude took
they're
the
spread
ocean, so she's going to be looking for her sister. Just like I can't go have my entire family with me.
So
Now,
yeah,
where
what
the
direction is the
You
dragon?
you know exactly where your sister is.
on the back of the
You know,
dragon?
hive mind.
Yes, you saw him whistle for a dragon and exploded through the room. He jumped on with Immoshen, grabbing onto his waist. She couldn't see, obviously, and they flew off.
Just look
Okay.
towards, like, running towards the dragon.
And then you jumped
Yeah,
out the window
the
and started
dragon.
levitating. Or not the window, the new opening.
The new skylight that we installed earlier today.
Yeah, this tower here that you guys were just in is now at like a 30-degree slant, and it looks like whatever's holding it up is on the breach of snapping. It seems like you guys got out just in the nick of time, as this thing, it's whatever magics or whatever was holding it up gives way, and it starts falling and collapsing like falling over at the same time. So it's falling down and over at the same time, crushes, and basically leaves like this huge. I just drew a penis, but like just destroys like all of that.
Anything could be a penis if you look hard
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, and then there's an
It
explosion
didn't take
here. Then
It
there's an
wasn't that
explosion
hard
here.
for Look,
And then an explosion kind of goes out. All right.
ladies and gentlemen,
Sorry.
the majority of our DM.
I must apologize for everything you've just witnessed. But anyway, so yeah. And then
Erase
there's
it
like this,
out.
there is this big smoke cloud though, as it collapses.
Oh, great. Another smoke cloud.
Yeah, and this
all
this area is
started
still
with-
covered in black.
God damn it.
I have no idea what to do.
Wouldn't it be funny if that black smoke is actually what caused this? Like, the people who died from it turned into these things and now they're possessing other things?
Wouldn't that be funny? You see Doris fly down. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to move you. She flies down with her wings and she says, there's not much we can do here. We should probably make our escape.
Well, I don't want these people to. I don't want these people to have to suffer.
Then join the battle.
I kind of look at everyone else.
As Immoshen will try to reach for her lance and her power, see what happens.
Nothing really.
Yeah. Just kind of frowns, but notices her arm feels lighter and it doesn't hurt as much as it did for when she did have the lance. Just like,
She says, you guys should talk to Lola. She'll know what to do. She looks at Varlis.
My eyes were like, what?
I guess it's time for us to
Join the
get
battle.
fucking going.
Says,
we
She says, I'll take her there, and she'll grab, if you allow her, she'll take the injured woman and fly her to Farscape. She can't fly all of you.
Yeah.
I look at everyone else.
How long would it take for us to get there from here?
Depends on how you're getting there. Boat
I doubt
or
the
by
boat-
land.
I'm just saying, I doubt the boat, considering what's going on, is a viable option.
Okay. Well, you do see all the boats that I now have pictured down here at the docks.
What's the chances there's a crew? This particular ship looks rather
Yeah.
unique, I must
Seems like
admit.
this gate is probably the most clear. The battle is still right outside of the gate, but it is pushing outside of the
Can that
north
ship
gate.
Do we want to try for the...
Also.
There's a new age cruise ship.
I know. I just started putting pictures of ships. Okay.
It's really
Back
funny.
off. I wanted them all to be
Can
different.
that ship right above it fly?
Yeah, there's also one that looks like a dragon, kind of. If you I think it's this one. Yeah.
Let's all take the flying ship.
No, none of them fly. They're all water ships. Sorry.
Sure.
All right. These are the kind of decisions I'm talking about. Yeah, you know, you gotta make one. I'm not gonna make it for you.
What do you guys think? Where do we go?
We should see if our ship captain is still there. Just like
Still waiting for you. Oh, it's about time. I could have been in this battle and helping out, but no, I'm waiting for you guys. No.
Anyone?
boats.
Boats. I'm saying fuck it. Let's run to the boats then.
So we're gonna fight our way to the boats.
Well, right now Varlis is like looking back at the gate, which is right there, then looking back at the docks, and he's just turning back and forth. His head.
We're going to have to walk around the entire
head.
city, though.
He's
waiting
freaking
about
out.
that.
We should help these people.
We can help the people as we cut through the city to get to the boats. help rescue people and take them to the boats with us.
That's all.
Oh shit!
That's all
There's
wreckage
a
from
giant
the...
red thing now, and
That's
it's
all-
devoured Immoshen.
That's the wreckage from the tower. So.
Immoshen's
That's
under
true.
the wreckage of the tower.
But
So
look,
we should
look
try
around.
to help
The battle is
people.
raging on, and the people are fighting against this evil. We should help them, assist in fighting the evil back, and win the city.
I kind of nod my head, like that sounds like a plan.
We'll save a lot more innocent people in the long run if we help end this battle quicker.
I kind of nod.
So, forget the boats. Let's take this city. In the name
Look,
of the
it's good.
dragon.
Sorry.
All right. So you guys, which direction you heading? Just to
We're
jump
gonna
into the battle.
fight.
Yeah, but
We're going to
everything
save-
outside of this green blob is battle. So where
I had to make a
exactly are you going to
suggestion.
break the line?
I guess let's start with maybe. Well, wait. This is the like king area, or is this like the king's court area?
Well, the king's area is this Justice Rise that just fell.
Okay.
Can I make a tiny suggestion?
What?
Maybe we should fight towards the direction of the dragon.
Where's the dragon?
It's flying.
That's a
all
good
over the
question,
place.
Jared.
It's flying all over the place. It's swooping down and
Oh.
just destroying everything that it swoops down to destroy.
Well, that's
Okay.
Pretty much doing what
I have a
dragons
plan.
do.
I'm just going to be quiet.
I say, I have a plan. Let's reinforce the front towards the Darkness Rise. We'll get our hands on the market district, and that'll allow us to resupply that'll allow our troops to resupply in the battle.
All right. And I will also, using my old military tactics and the fact my guy was a soldier of some rank, I'm going to see if I can't try to rally troops behind me to, well, push the line, if you will. See if I can't get a bunch of militants here.
I want to Bardic inspire him to do it.
Level 9, yeah. 10.
Okay. So this we'll draw another circle here. I know it's not exactly. So let's say the green is basically the line. That's where the soldiers are pushing, and then the red, anything in between the green and the red is just various enemies. So the majority of them look like solid black.
Is it pressing inward or outward?
It's pressing outward. It looks like the green blob is winning. Especially since, the dragon is just dashing in and destroying shit throughout this. It almost looks like the edge here, the enemies seem to be fleeing almost.
Yeah, I do look at the Darkness Rise here, seeing that this is probably the biggest spot that needs our attention next to basically everything everything over this oh my gosh, everything over this direction definitely needs our attention.
Yeah.
So let's start south and just move away north.
And a lot of struggle here.
All right. So I'm a once again try to rally the troops in. So he's going to inspire me with Dice X Joltz.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. So I get a +5
wow.
to a persuasion check to try to convince these guys to help me, or to rally behind me, so we can try to make a more unified push. Try to roll a persuasion.
And for my inspiration, I'll be like calling. If we take through the darkness rise, we can get to the central market. Weapons, tools, and supplies are being sold in this market. We would have the ability to resupply the soldiers on the front line, and therefore increase our ability to push the enemy, and deny them a valuable resource in this battle.
So I'm gonna walk up to Immoshen, and I'm like, I need you to follow me for a moment.
She'll nod and make sure Talus stays.
What I'm going to do, considering what I think is going on with you, I don't want it to affect the others.
She'll nods and make sure Talus stays near. Demi, what's your new character's name? Ahiga?
Ahiga.
Yeah, she's gonna gently take Tally close to you and tell her to stay before running off with
Actually, because I'm helping you real quick, I want to assist him.
I'll bring it back.
Oh, what happened?
Hey Jared,
I did
since
Fog
I
of War.
assisted him in persuading these people, can he have advantage?
Sure.
All right, natural 20.
Natural 20 for a total of 32.
32.
Okay, so you rally the like you come in and you guys you like you basically shout out a standard tactic like, hey, you need to rally up and then get behind and blah blah blah. I don't know anything about tactics.
Right. Start shouting out military commands,
and they do this,
and even in Elven, especially because I know these guys are elves.
And they will form up a line or whatever you tell them to do, and they're basically waiting for your command. And it basically get the impression that their commander is probably dead, so it helps to have somebody that knows what they're doing. So, and you guys seem to know what you're doing. So you tell them to rally up, and they do so. And these spirits are coming towards them. There's probably about 20 of them. And hold on, there's more. Sorry. In the middle of them, this one just kind of rises from the middle of them and just kind of towers over them and you guys. And it looks at you, and it looks like it's staring right at you guys. And in this challenging way, this is what it looks like.
Oh, Schnikes.
Oh, that's creepy.
Its chest is like it's like a raging volcano.
I aim my blade at the bigger one and look to Ahiga nodding as I look to the men and say, form up a shield wall. Those in the front, prepare for impact. Those in the back, prepare to retaliate the strike.
Okay, a few of them interrupt you and say, what the fuck are we supposed to do against something like that?
We'll handle the big one.
Right. We'll handle this.
While all that is happening,
as I twirl the blade in hand.
What I brought Immoshen away from the others is because I'm about to use the Song of Hatred on her.
Why?
What?
She was so happy.
I'm thinking if I can overpower her, she could probably blast these things apart.
Try to reconnect me with the dragon god that abandoned me. Maybe. We'll see how this reacts. I'll leave that up to GM if what Jared decides. But let's try.
Sure.
Well, you have to understand, I'm seeing all this happening around me. I think it's a good idea.
Well, let's find out if it is.
So, do you want me to roll the performance again?
Yes, you should definitely roll. Yes.
23.
Okay, this song... You haven't played this song yet, have you?
No, I have not.
This song is very
I
complicated to play on your lute. It's almost like your lute does not want you to play it. Even with a solid 23, this lute is taking a lot from your roll because it does not want to play this song. But you get it off, and what happens is you are both filled with this like rage of hate.
By the way, right before it starts, I say I'm sorry.
And so is everything within your vicinity that can hear you. So basically,
that's why I got away from everyone.
Well, yeah, but there's still within the green blob. There's still those things that are taking over the dead, every 20 or 30 or 50 feet away. They're scattered throughout. But all the ones that can hear you will hear you, and they're all filled with hate too. And it almost like forms this dark cloud over the city, and you feel the hatred just pouring.
I would be okay
with
that, but we've already done this multiple times. Of I control who it affects.
So you don't want it to affect any of these people?
I think it would be a bad idea if suddenly dark cloud.
Well, the dark cloud's part of the song, so that's not, you can't do anything about that. But you can choose to not affect any of the black things around the city and only affect Immoshen. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like soup up the bad things.
Why not? I don't understand why you wouldn't want to irritate the enemy, but okay. So they're not affected, but they still hear you play. But they're not all going to charge at you, I guess. But they'll still hear you playing. And Immoshen, roll me a... well, you're... yeah, you can still choose to not be affected, but you've already said you're accepting it, right?
Yep.
Or no?
Okay.
So you're filled with hate. Your...
This feels a horror as it all comes coming crashing back.
Your staff and tiara...
And welcome back to the darkness.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Your staff and tiara do nothing. You know for a fact that Pythos has abandoned you.
Mm-hmm. I feel just wail loudly.
But you're still filled with hate.
God damn it.
Just to look at Varlis like they betrayed me. And where's the closest thing she can thunderbolt?
Me.
Well, there's some of those black things wandering around. They some of them took notice of the guy playing this music, and that I'd be.
Are there any approaching us?
Of course, yeah.
Okay,
You're drawing attention to yourselves.
She's gonna drop a lightning bolt. Just
okay. Yeah, you don't need to roll. I mean, okay. You roll, and you take out about we'll say 3 of them, and they just kind of fragment a bit, and like they like tear apart, like it's like ripping a rag, and it's like whoosh, they rip apart as the lightning bolts go through them, and they kind of give this like hideous scream, and as you do that, hold on, yes, all right, just a second, and as this is going on, the dragon is going to kind of circle around, but anyways, oh yeah, let's go back to the rest of you guys. I'm going to jump back and forth here for a little bit. Back down to Darkness Rise. So this thing's coming at you guys, and they're coming at you. So you guys, they're just gonna charge into you guys. I don't really feel like we should roll initiatives just because it's gonna. I have a feeling this is gonna be really quick. It's just gonna be you guys and then them. So you guys can go in any order you want.
I'm going to reach my hand above my head and do something I haven't done yet. As I'm going to form a giant fireball and throw it at the big guy.
You do realize fireball is a small pea that just violently explodes.
And you do realize his chest cavity is erupting fire, right?
That too.
Another reason why D&D is becoming very difficult for me. Let's see.
Well, you are a smart a smart cleric, and you know that shooting fire at something that seems to be have hot magma spilling out of it is probably not gonna really affect it much.
These creatures look like darkness-based things, right?
They do.
Do I think heavy light might affect them?
How about radiant light, motherfucker?
Radiant lights.
It certainly would probably cross your mind.
I'm going to form in the air a daylight spell. Radiant light. Emanating like the sun itself, right over their army.
Okay.
How powerful a spell is this?
What was that?
What level spell is this?
It's a 3rd level spell.
Fireball's 3rd level, yeah.
Okay, so
Fireball, daylight spell.
About a third of them just basically shriek and rip apart, as I described before. It does not seem to affect the big fella.
As I'm going to draw out my rapier after that and using my move action, I'm going to rush the front line to fight the big guy.
You're an idiot.
All right, you see.
That's what we agreed to do, Dimi. Don't even.
You see Taliandai charge. What are you doing, buddy?
I just kind of look at him in amusement, like he doesn't stand a chance. So I'm going to go chasing after him, and going to pull my blade out, ready to fight this thing. In fact, how close can I get to this thing?
I mean, you have to cut through a few of its little minions, but I'd say probably in 2 rounds of cutting through minions.
Alright, so I'll just quickly.
Well, 3 rounds, because you have to get to the minions and then cut through them for 2 rounds, so 3 rounds.
What? No, I avoid the minions entirely.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm running and have my sword out, kind of just drawn to the side, I use evasive footwork.
Okay.
Let me just do
You guys
this.
are making me have to open several pages of my...
When I move, add 5 to AC till I stop moving.
Okay.
So as I'm running, I have right now a 23 AC. As I'm just kind of moving in between these guys quickly and efficiently.
Okay, so you're like dodging their weapons. So I assume you're faster than Taliandai.
Maybe.
Well, unless
Yeah,
Taliandai's going to be weaving and bobbing between these guys, you're going to get through them, like dodging through their attacks.
Whereas, right, like at some point, I just put a boot on one's head and throw myself over them, like, what up?
Yeah. And then you were standing.
And I'm like clashing a rapier and then stabbing with a dagger and then.
Yeah, just give me a few attacks. Give me like 4 attacks. We're gonna do this the quick way.
All right.
Oh wow. Okay. Well.
You know what? Should I? 1, 2, 3.
Okay. You cut through. Give me 3 more attacks. So, you cut. So you're cutting through about. I'm doing some math here. All right, you get about 3/4 of the way through these guys before Amiga's gonna get to this big guy. Sorry. So there's gonna be a round of you with the big guy, and then the next round, Taliandai will be there.
By the way, I smashed 2 of them with books.
You're smashing with books. Okay. This thing, Ahiga. And it is towering over you, and it looks down and sees you. You can attack first.
As I come running up to it, I continue to run around it, trying to use my evasive footwork to my advantage, continuing to move around it speedily and just make attacks with it.
Okay.
If you'll allow me to do that, that is.
Roll me the attacks.
Alright. Just keep moving to give myself. Whatever. So I. 14 hit.
This thing, no.
Was I. 23.
That will hit.
And then, as I keep circling around it, slashing I'll action surge to keep moving and slash it twice more. 14, fuck you. 17, does that hit?
Yes. Oh, and these are called. There's two. One of them that you smack, that the more heavily armored of these shadow folk, Taliandai, is called a Death Stalker Knight or Death Stalker, and the other ones are just called Shadow Stalkers.
You know what? Actually, I turned that second 14 there into a 19, as I do 13, 9, and 8 damage.
Okay, you unleash onto this thing, and you
take a name.
This thing is just massive. You're just cutting into the base of it, and it looks down at you, and
as I continue to circle around
this.
it.
Okay, what's the total? Give me the total damage here. I'm not in a math mood right now. Apologize.
Hooray!
No, the damage you're doing.
9,
oh, shoot! What
7.
is all these rolls?
Oh, I'm experimenting with something. I'm trying to get spells in my.
You tell me all of your damage.
30.
Okay.
Taking there's no reduction that.
Okay. You start hitting it, and you don't feel like you're doing much to this thing, as it looks down at you, and it will make its thing. It will do its attack.
I'm going to yell up at this creature and say, "Don't even think about it, you coward!" Cutting words.
Okay. So what are you reducing it by? Roll it.
All right. I reduce his attack by 4.
Okay, he goes. Give yourself an action point, because as this thing goes to scoop down, you feel the heat and the evil radiating off of it as its like finger brushes by you, as if it just barely missed clawing you alive.
Wow, I have a 23 AC right now. That's impressive.
Yeah. Well, this is essentially an area attack. This hand is the size of a building.
All right.
And
I laugh as it misses.
Boy, but you feel the heat that comes off of its like just its finger that's closest to you, and you feel like if it would have grabbed you, it would have been like molten lava grabbing you. It was so hot as it swifts by you.
I try, and as soon as it misses, I try to attack the very finger, hoping to cut it off.
And it kills like 10 of its own guys and maybe one of your guards in this process.
I make another attack, and miss.
And also for my turn, I'm going to throw my hand out, and as I throw my hand out, angelic spirits are going to erupt from my body and start to fight along with me as I cast Spirit Guardian.
Okay,
this shit again.
You guys over there, dang it,
I summon angels!
Varlis and Immoshen, you guys will see this beam of light come from the sky and this dark cloud that has been created by your music. And this beam of light, and you see these like angelic creatures start descending down from it and basically going in for this attack. Which you can't see what they're attacking, but you can see the sky. Over in the direction where your friends went. And you guys also see this as well, as these things come down and do whatever it is that you want them to do. Do I need to make tokens for them? Here we go. I gotta mark. Oh.
Joltz, if you have magic weapon, that would be the best thing ever right now.
Do I have magic weapon? I think I do.
Lo and behold, my sword isn't magical.
Yeah, I think I took it as a combo for myself.
Where you guys have hero
No,
action
I-
points and hero points.
Yep. In fact,
I think I have any, but
what can we do with the hero point?
A lot. What is it? I mean, it's pretty much you tell me what you want to do with it, or you can we can negotiate.
can the thing roll a charisma save real quick to see if it gets banished? It has to be to 16.
Wait, what thing? The big thing?
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Charisma.
Probably gonna roll, like, destroy the roll. But, you know, it's worth a
It
shot.
didn't beat a 16. I rolled a 4 on the dice.
Okay. She's gonna have to keep the concentration up for 1 minute, or else the thing's gonna pop back into existence.
Are
So,
you within its range?
with-
Spell's range.
yeah, she has to be in range of the before it can pop
Well, I mean,
off.
yeah, what's the range and where are you at and all that good stuff?
60 feet is the range.
Okay.
Then I'm probably within that range if tried to pop that.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys were talking about while we were on the break. I don't know what was going on, what you guys were doing. It sounds like you were heading towards them. So we're gonna say that when you get to them, you're gonna cast banishment, and he's gonna roll a terrible 4, and you're going to see the ground open up and start sucking him in. But I'm breaking the rules a little bit here. I'm going to say he's going to try and grab one of you. I know it just instantly banishes him, but for cool theatrical
Roleplay.
theatrical
Go ahead.
effect,
Hit me.
he's going to try and grab one of you guys.
I volunteer.
I'm going to yell curses at
Son
him.
of a bitch!
I volunteer.
He does not grab anybody. And I hate when I roll terrible and make anticlimactic scenes, as he is banished into this place, and the things around him do not seem to know what to do. Actually, is this one target, or is it an area effect?
One target, unless I
Okay.
use a 5th level, and I can choose one more. But
Oh.
unless there's a big baddie around, I'm not gonna.
It vanishes, and these other things around it seem to kind of not know what to do, except for attack.
Or run. You know, they can run. But,
How are soldiers handling with the shield wall?
They can't do any. They can't even like get close to your AC with these dice that I'm rolling. I'm gonna try this other dice. Nope. Okay, all misses.
I make a sun appear.
Hallelujah.
A moon appears.
Double
No,
sun!
just
Make that bitches.
all right, a sun appears, huh?
That means there's 2 suns hovering over their army now.
There's a lot of light.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
That was
you
the
make
entire
natural
point.
terrain in a 100-foot cube and range look, sound, and smell like some, but is it actually? Is the
Well,
question.
the thought process of it looks, I think that means it gives off a lot of light.
Yeah. I'm just reading.
Yeah, it looks, smells, and feels. So
Yeah,
even if
so
it doesn't actually render, it could scare
between
them.
the banishment and the sunlight, these things feel like they've met their match, and they're going to scatter.
It was Jolt's idea.
All right. Well, now I know who to get the action point to. No, I'm just kidding.
I am fine with that.
Okay, so this battle's going to start clearing up. The soldiers are going, now that this big beast is gone, the soldiers are going to grow some balls, and eventually this battle will. I mean, they were already kind of winning the battle, anyways. You guys have ensured that less lives have been lost. So for that, everyone is going to get a hero point. This was a very heroic deed that you did.
Yeah!
If it was me, I would have ran.
And we were about to run. Did the heroic speech?
Yeah. So you do heroic things, you get heroic points.
I
So
take a hold of the blade, looking back at all the men, and just give out a final battle cry as the last of them retreat from the city.
they give you like this very honorable elven salute. And you will see. Well, okay, so there's the battle's kind of over, and then they fled, and you're kind of in the aftermath, and they're picking up bodies, and they're just killing any of these leftover things that are floating about or whatever. And you are approached by a woman who seems to have some sort of royalty to her based on her dress. And she says, do you know where my son is? She is clearly the queen. Or the equivalent of a queen.
I frown and face her and say, the king of this land was possessed by one of these beings and stabbed the prince in the back.
She immediately falls to her knees and starts crying.
I kind of look down and away at this.
Who's got all the background noise?
That background noise.
I kneel down. Sorry about that.
No, if you're talking, go ahead. If you're saying something, it's fine.
I say, I kneel down respectfully before her and say that I am sorry that I was not able to save him.
He says, no need to kneel. I'm no longer this kingdom's queen. I'm nothing. Nothing without my husband, and I'm nothing without my son. She continues to cry. However, you do see some odd resemblance. I need intelligence rolls. Charisma or intelligence. Charisma or wisdom are the two that I'm looking for. Sorry. Checks, not saves.
I have great in both of them.
No, you can't roll both, one or the other. Choose one.
How do you do checks instead of...
They're in your skill tab all the way down at the bottom.
Alright, 17.
You guys are just destroying these rolls. It seems like you guys roll good and I roll terrible.
What or what?
Herba?
No, roll what?
An unskilled charisma or wisdom, whatever you wish. Check. It's in your skills tab at the very bottom where it says unskilled. There you go. Okay, so Ray, Taliandai, why do we have two rolls for you, Ahiga?
Accident. It's a 17.
Okay.
Well, be right back.
Pretty much everybody. Oh wait, no. Okay, so the charisma saving throw was something else. Okay, so Taliandai and Ahiga.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. I think Ray made the DC too. Anyways, it doesn't matter. You guys all as you look at this woman, you recognize some similar features to two other women you saw earlier.
The women on the other side?
Oh, shit.
The two that were experimented on?
Yes. Almost like they could be her sister.
Wait a minute. Does that mean that the guy that was on the dragon, didn't he take one of the girls?
No, he took one of Immoshen's sisters.
Do I still have
Darley took the girl.
In that case, okay, Darley took her. I suddenly come to a realization and say, would you have happened to have a sister, my lady?
Or daughter.
She says,
or daughter.
I had 5 sisters, but they died a long time ago.
Did one of them have red hair?
She says yes.
She's alive.
That's
I
impossible.
nod and say, no, she was in the dungeon. She was being experimented on. She's currently alive, though.
What kind of evil is this? What kind of evil does such things? Kills children.
Whatever possessed your husband. As I kind of look over, I believe you called it Daikoth.
I nod in anger. Daikoth, a cruel being.
You say that name and she spits in the dirt. Go on. That's all she does.
I say, I swear by my name, and by my house's name, whether it has any weight or not anymore, I will slay Daikoth.
What can you do against someone who's filled with so much hate? So much evil.
Hate is a potent blade, but it is two-sided.
Righteousness has an edge too.
And like your hatred will fail you when it really counts.
I nod and smile. Righteousness, though, has a sharp edge of its own, and we'll use it to cut through the hate.
I kind of look at them. We should destroy this man at all costs. I don't know where you come from, Taliandai, and Varlis and all of you, but whatever this creature is, we should banish it back to where it came from. This Daikoth.
I nod in agreement. He comes from my home, and I don't know how he got here, but we're gonna make sure he doesn't stay.
She says, well then this kingdom is in your debt for your bravery. She says, I don't know what I can do at the moment, so this place is in ruins.
Please, give the credit to Ahiga. I'm just the man with the pretty speeches.
I kind of pat him on the back.
She says, please just avenge my son and my husband.
That I can promise.
I'll kind of
Tell my sister that I'm sorry that I gave up on her.
and I'll kind of take a knee next to the queen here, just to let her know that if it's any consolation, her son was a very, very brave man. And
I know he was.
Before he even knew it was Daikoth, he ran to my side to try and help us. He fought injustice right away. He was very brave.
so at this point, I think the only thing that this woman can do for us is we need a way to Farscape as quickly as possible.
Okay, so Ahiga, Taliandai say you're the one who deserves all the credit and everything. So she will actually, she says, please take this. It's all I have, and she will.
What is it?
She rips this amulet off of her neck and she puts it in your hand and then closes your hand, and she says, "May it be a light when." No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not. I'm totally gonna quote Lord of the Rings. No. She says,
Sorry.
No. She says it will grant you one. It's basically, she describes that if ever you're in danger, it will grant you an escape.
And so I look to her and speak to her in Elven.
Just merely crush it in your hand.
I look to her and I say in Elven, probably one of the more famous poems or something of, I thank her for her gift, and I will not forget it.
She
And
said,
I'll
yeah,
kind of
she says it's very powerful conjuration magic that is this necklace has actually been passed down for 3 generations, which is a long time for elves.
Holy shit, that's thousands of years,
Yeah.
dude.
The mission will approach the queen. Like, this battle may be over, but the city still needs its leaders. Stay strong and keep leading the best you can.
Yes, you're right. She stands up and she says, "For my son, for my husband, I will be strong."
For me,
I
I thought
says,
this was an amulet of wish.
She says, "Take any boat you want to Fars." Or, well, she doesn't know you're going to Farscape, but she says, "Wherever your travels may lead you, take whatever you want. We are in your debt. Brevlin is in your debt."
In that case, after she says this, I'll turn to the soldiers and hold a fist up in the air like we won.
They cheer. They all hold their swords up and kind of clink them together. Yeah, and you can feel there's some inspiration that fills the queen's eyes as this happens, and they kind of give this like they form this line and salute the queen as she walks away to show respect and that she is still their queen. And I mean, that is unless you guys wanted to say anything else to her. She will walk away, and the soldiers will kind of like form behind her and then move with her.
I kind of smile and I look to Ahiga. This entire experience has been rather enlightening. And I believe that perhaps it may be about time to rebuild my family's name.
Kind of look. Revealed your family's name.
I was a noble back where I came from. My family's name was very high. But unfortunately, my brothers, they ripped away everything from me before I even had a chance to come to power. But I'm not going to allow that to be my burden anymore. Rather, I'm going to allow that to be my gift.
I kind of nod my head.
That was a dragon and my sister.
They seem to. They headed to. Okay, well, let's get back to the map here. You guys are here. They headed south. They actually stuck around for a bit of the battle, and talked or whatever. But you guys were way on the other side of the city, so you didn't really see any of that. But then you see the dragon kind of lift off with him on it, and I'm gonna say that you think that another person is on there with him.
Okay. Oh, to Farscape! Yay!
To Farscape. All right.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
So you guys, are you taking ship or are you traveling by?
Yeah, we're taking a ship.
Yes. So you guys take a. There's several nice ships. They all look super fast. None of them are like bigger than a frigate or whatever. They're all kind of smaller, but they're like built to last, and they've you can tell that they can hold their own, but they're built for speed. And
take the smallest and fastest. We want to leave all the heavy duty ships for them.
Yes, and you guys take a boat that can be manned by just the five of you, if I'm including Thana, and you guys within 3 days see the city of Farscape, which is phenomenally fast. And you guys will land in its port, outside of where its port is, in the Western District. Show you a map. Basically, the Northwestern District and the bit of the Southwestern District over here is pretty much this big port, and then there's like a little chunk of land, and then you're into the city. So you guys will be coming from this entrance right here. The northwest southwest entrance.
This westernward entrance.
Okay, we're not going to get too much into Farscape in this session, but I at least want to get you guys introduced into Farscape. Just walking around Farscape itself can be an entire session if you're not careful. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice that this town does not seem like to even really know what's going on in Brevlin. Like, there's just nothing. Those of you who have been here before, the town seems normal. But let me tell you about Farscape. So Farscape is the only city to have an arena where people can fight to the death in the Realm of Light. Farscape also has the most crime of any other city. This is mainly due to the conflict between the 5 guilds, all but one of them constantly fighting over who should have control over all of Farscape. Most of these battles occur behind closed doors in debates and political affairs, though. The city is loved by most who travel here. Think Las Vegas of the Realm of Light. The 5 guilds are the Thieves Guild, the Assassins Guild, the Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, and the Guild of the Arts. No other guilds reside within the city that you are aware of. Now, you guys can give me a DC... well, I'm not going to tell you the DC, but you can give me a Charisma, Intelligence, or Wisdom check. Whatever you want to use out of all of those. To find out a little
Wisdom
bit
and
more.
Charisma are equal for me, so I'll take either.
I still think it's funny that they're equal for you. What does Ahiga recognize?
Nice, man. You were just killing it.
I am kicking ass and taking name.
Nice, Varlis. Varlis, too. Alright, well, Varlis, I mean, it kind of makes sense that you would know about the city. Maybe you seem to have a connection to somebody who lives here. But so Ahiga and Varlis, by whatever means you guys know, you both roll over 20, so you're going to know all of this. So the DC, you had to have a DC 20 plus to know that Rifa, the Unseen Dagger, controls the southwestern areas. Oh, I'm sorry. Whoops. Rifa, the Unseen Dagger, is the head of the Assassin's Guild. Controls the northeast area.
I think I already rolled for this.
Yeah, maybe. Those who are under the DC 20 would not know that she rules. Like, nobody else knows who runs the Assassin's Guild. They like it that way.
So right now, Glendale, the Mystic Mage of the head of the Mages Guild, controls the area we happen to be coming in.
Yeah, the southwestern areas. Yes, you have heard all this before. Oh yeah, because I gave you this because you were from this realm, so I've already told you this information. Horace Greystone is his other name. The Stout is the head of the Fighters Guild, rules the arena district, controls the southwestern areas. Rules the arena district in the northwestern areas. Hune the Cunning, and with your rolls, you know that Dagger is second in ranking, is the head of the Thieves Guild, rules the eastern areas. And then, of course, the lovely Lola, head of the Guild of the Arts, rules over the south and the biggest area.
So we need to basically get in here and head south.
Yeah, and then Glendale, the Mystic Mage, head of the Mages Guild, west. Okay, so yeah, I said all the names, didn't I? All right.
Yep.
Okay, so as you guys, there's still more here. Sorry. The city is also protected by a massive 50-foot stone walls with towers every 50 feet. Kind of like Dun, for those of you who are familiar with Dun. This place looks like a fortress and has seen its share of battles. The different areas of the city are separated by 5 main roads that all lead to the center of the city where the arena is, and outside of it stands a statue of Lord Farscape, founder of the city. Lord Farscape passed away over 100 years ago. The group will be coming in from the southwest-northwest entrance, as we discussed. And as you enter... Oh, no, never mind. That doesn't apply yet. So, yeah. What do you guys want to do? So you guys are on the edge of the Assassins and the Fighters Guild.
We're going to head straight away to the south where I know where lovely Lola is.
Yes. As soon as you start getting to where about this number 15 is... you'll hear music playing from that district. It is just, I mean, it's basically constant. It's Woodstock, I guess. I don't know how else to explain it. There's just a bunch of hippies.
I might have fought once or twice there.
Yeah, and you'll hear the celebratory. It sounds like celebratory music or whatever. One thing you'll notice is there seems to be crowds kind of flocking in to the southeast direction, as if you'll know that number 17 down here is the guild. They seem to be flocking towards number 17, as if people are going to the guild. You would know this. You know where the guild is. The rest of you guys are just kind of, I guess, following Ahiga's lead.
Right, come. I know where to go. We might want to be careful, though. There's plenty of dangerous people around here, too.
Okay. You guys all good with this? You guys are being kind of quiet.
All by myself. I don't want to go. Oh.
Did someone just call for a bard off?
Bing! I'll roll another fucking character, dude. Bing, ding, ding, ding.
Alright, so you guys are heading towards the guild. And you, Varlis, you'll notice that a lot of people will notice your very nice loot along the way.
Like thievy people, or...
No, just admirers almost. Like they say, you know, they'll even say, "Wow, that's a really nice lute." They seem to appreciate the musical instrument around your shoulders.
I'll for the most part just be like pulling out my flask every so often.
Yeah, and these people seem very happy. Well, the people on the right side of the road. The people on the left side of the road seem a little bit more focused. And it's almost split just like that. You look on the one side of the road and you'll see these people being happy and merry, and on the other side of the road you'll see these people who, you probably won't either see a lot of people outside, or you'll see people who are just completely different. It's literally separated by these roads. You guys will head down, and you'll eventually make your way to the guild. And it's a little bit of a trek, but you guys will get there. And when you get there, the doors will open, or the gates, I should say, to this what looks like this mini little community of various buildings. You see this you can see number 17 down here, where there's like this big long C-shaped building and other buildings. The big C-shaped building is the guild. The other buildings are like the barracks for the guild members and stuff. But in the center, there is on stage this man playing what is basically the equivalent of a violin, and he is singing a song about the victory over. Basically, he's singing about what sounds like one of your guys' previous victories of something that you've done. Nothing strikes me off the top of my head, but it sounds awfully familiar, what he's describing. And he's singing it very well. And you actually would hear everybody except for your name, Ahiga, mentioned at some point within this song.
Oh, even though I'm from the realm of light?
Well, but they're talking about something that happened before you were part of the group.
Yeah, and you hear this weird name, Alexander.
No,
Heaven! Oh, shit, he's back!
But you open the doors and you go in, I assume.
Of course.
And you'll see these lovely ladies just lounging around the area, and they're playing these big harps. And there's these big double doors that lead to what you know is the room that lovely Lola stays in. And then there's these corridors that go either direction, where there are these private rooms where you can get massages, where you can be just entertained in any manner or way you can possibly think.
Of course, as soon as I come in and see these ladies, I start, hey.
They immediately, they will start approaching you guys and saying, "Hey, is there anything I can do for you?" And then immediately there's this one, it looks like a nymph that is amongst them, that comes out and says, "No, they are to speak directly to Lola, and then you can do whatever. Then you can entertain them," she says, and she seems to address you guys, and she says, she's been expecting you, and she has this very excited, happy look on her face.
Alright, and I say, maybe later.
And she says, "I think Bradley's in there with her too," and she seems even more excited.
Bradley?
Who?
Bradley.
Oh god, it's the Fuhrer King from Full Metal Alchemist!
Oh, shit!
I don't know who that is, but you all die now.
I'm really happy. I'm really happy he doesn't get the joke.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Last thing we need is one of those.
Okay, so it's one of those. No,
Hush, don't give him ideas.
you, hold on, let me just do some research here on this.
No.
Shit.
No.
Everyone run!
It's only a homunculus, really. It's not that bad.
So,
Oh, just like the father of all of them.
It's just a homunculus.
so everybody give me charisma saves, and I'm hearing myself.
Charisma saves. Charisma saves. I can do a charisma save.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
And I'm hearing myself. Where's the echo come from?
It's
Echo! Oh, I think it's gone now.
living on a prayer. Sorry.
You guys can roll bad whenever you want, you know, just whenever you guys feel like rolling bad. Just let me know.
I did. I rolled.
Well, it makes sense that you would roll bad. I almost want to give you disadvantage just because. Okay, so Taliandai and Plasma, or not Plazmas, but Varlis. You guys walk in there and you lay eyes upon the physical, lovely Lola, and you are immediately entranced.
Actually, considering who it is, shouldn't I have advantage?
Well, but considering who it is, it's like, you know, meeting your idol, is it not?
Asshole, she's my mother.
Well, you... She still has that nymph way about her, man. She's very beautiful. You're not getting a boner over her,
Let me
but...
make this very clear, Jared. Never meet me in real life. I will bring the guitar. I will hit you with it.
She can't help that she has this ability, okay?
Screw you, 0 point.
So only Taliandai is the one who doesn't seem to really have much control. I mean, you have control, but you feel like you're maybe in love. But anyways, the rest of you guys, you walk in and you see a gorgeous nymph who is sitting here, and she's kind of like laying down, and she's got some clothes on, not much, pretty much like the pictures you see in the books. And she looks at you guys and she says, and she smiles and she says, "Well, it's about time." And she winks at you, Varlis. And you see a man standing there also, the guy in the armor that I showed with the big sword earlier, standing there next to her, and he is also smiling. And you see crawling up his arm this tiny little lizard, looks like a dragon, crawling up his shoulder.
Holy crap! I get the reference.
Yeah.
What? You just now got it?
No, the tiny dragon thing.
What? What about Tiny Dragon?
It's from Thursday's game, you guys know.
So, lo and behold, Bradley is a guardian to the bronze dragon.
Well, yeah,
Yes, there is no doubt in your mind.
Which is very convenient for us right now.
Yes.
As I kind of will come in, clap my hands once again, saying, "Lola," and I'll do a low bow before them.
She says, "Ahiga, it's been a long time."
Oh my gosh, he's also good at bullshit.
Booyah!
She pretty much created the class bard, okay?
Taliandai is kind of like, hello.
Speak, motherfucker. Speak.
I almost want to make your book roll, too.
I just slowly turn towards Taliandai. Hey, could you do me a tiny favor?
Mm-hmm.
Could you stop ogling my mother?
How do you know it's your mom? I kind of say, look.
Because her name is Lola, and the back of the loot says so.
Yes,
I kind of look at her like, you have a kid? I did not think.
well, you could say that, yes.
Although, out of game, thought process changed. No, out of game, I think I'm adopted. In game, I don't know.
She says, I cared for your father deeply. Whatever your name is. Oh, yeah, Varlis. No, I'm just kidding.
Varlis.
She says, I cared for your father, Merrick, deeply. Varlis.
Was his last name Ishtar?
No.
Did anyone else get that joke?
No, I did not get it.
I did.
Stop making jokes I don't get.
Watch more anime, God.
I don't.
Anime! Okay.
So, she says, well, thanks for visiting, Bradley. If you don't mind, I'd like to speak with these folks. And he's like, oh, no, don't say another word. He says, oh, I gotta go do some,
Hey, wait, where's that blind
shopping
elf
anyways.
girl?
Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
one.
she's in another room. We'll get to
okay,
that.
good.
And he
just wanna
leaves,
make
shuts the
sure.
door, and she kind of makes herself more comfortable. And she says, there is much we need to talk about, but first, you guys must have a lot of questions.
Yes. Many questions, such as one that I personally have been holding on to since I got here is, you happen to have a way to get into the Elven Forest.
Well,
Well,
yes,
let's not jump to the point. This is Lola here. We should.
most nymphs are from the Vancouver Forest.
This question is incredibly important because of the fact that we believe that perhaps we found something that could make use of all the dragon artifacts, and we're looking for the Guardians.
Well, you just
There's one right there.
one just walked past all of you.
Yes, but we needed to talk to you first, and he did say he was just going shopping.
Yes.
Shopping in the third
It is a
dimension.
shame, though, that he had to leave his current quest to assist, but I'm glad that he did.
He had a quest.
Well, he's a guardian. He's a protector of the land. One would say they always have quests. She smiles.
So it's fate and convenience that he was here.
Yes, I believe fate has played a big part in your guys' lives, has it not?
It would seem so for me to have left my homeland.
She says, and how is... And she would know, but my stupid brain, being as late as it is forgetting names. Oh, duh. She says, and how is Trill?
I looked to my book and opened it up.
I'm
and
sorry, Trill the Magnificent, and she says that with a smile.
He kind of...
The book screams, "Take me, I'm yours!"
I'm like,
she...
really?
Taliandai...
Magnificent.
Taliandai nods
what
and
they call
laughs
him.
as he says, that's his name. And yes, he's been doing... Well, beyond being a book, he's been doing good.
Well, you can
I
tell...
say looking down to the book.
Well, Trill, if you can hear me, your brother seems to have taken over shop in the Mages District.
Does the book respond to that?
Yes, it starts scribbling ferociously. And she says, I'll tell you all the details. It's Griff. He seems to have taken over your old shop. You might want to check it out. He's quite the trickster, that one. And basically, he says he kind of writes an excited, like, well, we should go check this out. Finally, we're getting somewhere, kind of thing.
I nod and say, yes, definitely.
My old shop, and then he says, "Bastard."
We should be careful, though. If this brother's a trickster, the last thing we want him to do is play us for a fool while you're still a book.
Well, he continues to write. He says, I got started out being a mage by creating magical tricks, if you will, basically exploding coins in the lot. So all of that stuff is probably still in the shop. So if he has access to it, then yes, it could be tricky. But I'm a book. There's no way he could possibly know.
True. We could just claim you're a regular book. He doesn't have to know that it's his brother. And then you can enact through me. And then you can act through me and tell me exactly what to say to him.
Yes.
But I swear, if you have me do a brotherly squabble for you, I'm going to have some serious problems with that. Especially with a mage who most likely can blow my head up at will.
He says all he needs is the other book. Like, again, remember, he said that his brothers each took part of the book, so all he needs is that book.
Right, and we'll get it back for you.
And then maybe some restraint over his brother, but it's not much you can do about that. But she says, yes, and you should definitely check that out. And she says, were there any other questions before we address the more important matters?
Well,
Some giant yellow dragon flying around, a feathered eyeless drow.
Say what?
No, just keep...
Okay, I'm not understanding a word you're saying for some reason. Okay. Hello? Anybody?
Right.
Is it just me?
Yeah.
Okay.
We hear you. I'm waiting for anyone else to have a question, because more or less I'm just kind of here.
Oh, I was gonna let everyone else go first.
Go ahead.
I kind of just stepped forward. I have one.
Hello, son.
Myth confirmed.
Someone call the myth. Oh wait, their show ended. Shit.
Oh.
Exactly who am I?
You are the son of, let me look at my notes. I already forgot the name.
Too much time, Jared.
No, too
much
many notes.
time.
That's the problem.
Sorry to get late. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, we'll end it up here. I actually didn't know we were going to get into this.
Oh, you don't have to.
Yeah, we could continue this.
You are the son of Merrick. A very brave and noble man. And the very thought of thinking of him saddens me. His death was tragic and unacceptable.
I saw it happen.
Well, I know. I know you saw it happen. I made it so.
Maybe at a later date you can explain to me what happened.
I can explain it to you now.
Well, it's getting kinda late.
No, yeah, this is going to be a long conversation. She's got a
So,
lot of
why
stuff
don't
she
we
wants
do
to
this
tell
up
you.
next week.
So what I was going to do is she was going to tell you all of this information and I was going to let it soak in for a week. But it sounds like the better course is to wait and then throw all this shit on you at the beginning of next session.
Woo, cliffhangers! Everyone loves those, right?
Yes.
I have a
Subscribe,
shotgun at your head right now.
Podcast. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll pick up right here on the next one.